this. We can't look at. Ooh, oh, look at that smoothness. Ooh.
I don't know how I feel about this.
Yo, Librarian, what the heck,
Or they got made fun of. They're like, man, you gotta put some more facial hair on. Get a little soul patch or something. You're looking about 12 years old on that camera. Now you guys understand why I keep the chops. Like, I mean,
Can you guys hear us?
Yeah, just fine.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right, excellent.
I don't want to get carded for gasoline, you know?
Oh, is that the original H4n you guys got there in the corner?
It's the H4n Pro, so kind of.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Go for it.
So, Librarian, I hit you back up on Discord. I realized
So
a
much.
full 10 days late about the ELM imprint stuff.
No worries. You know, I had gone through and I'd actually contacted another mastering cat that I know, and he was.
I've met some of the most interesting, coolest people in the world in nightclubs, and they don't always have a lot of money. They're too busy being cool and filling their head with interesting stuff to make their fortune. If we price them out, clubs are going to become bland and boring, and who would want to go there?
What up?
Let me know,
How you do?
crew. Early arrivals, you know what to do. You are the sound check crew. Let me know in the chat. Does it sound okay? Hello, brat. That's no use, Frank. That doesn't count. That doesn't count. Eroc, what up? You should be in this room. Lady Jane, what up? Spire, what up? Video is good. Can you hear me? The audio good. So far, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Excellent. What up, y'all? Oh,
Hey.
man.
Hey.
Been gone for a minute. Now I'm back up in it.
Are you recharged?
I do feel good. Yeah, I needed a break. I was going like about 6 months heavy every week, hitting that schedule and doing the pop-ups, doing the promos, doing the learning how to edit videos and learning all of this. I didn't even know how to do this shit before March.
Man, there's a lot to learn. Every one of us can tell you that. There's a lot to learn.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot in DaVinci. Finally getting somewhere.
Yeah, DaVinci's amazing. I love that app.
Yeah. It's,
so-
oh man, it's so
yeah, it's
depth.
awesome.
great.
Resolum.
Coming from somebody who was a Final Cut Pro nerd, I love DaVinci. I like the audio processing that's available in DaVinci, and the coloration in it is amazing.
Yeah, it's
And
great. Cool.
Cool workflow.
We're total noobs, mind you. Like, my experience is almost exclusively in what used to be this thing called Motion Dive Tokyo, which basically has been replaced by Resolum these days, and then in After Effects.
With
And I'm
this
not even
movie
that-
maker.
Yeah, and I'm not even that great in After Effects, so we just get by.
I've been I still use Motion. I was trained by Apple to do all the pro apps.
Oh, wow.
At a tech support level. So I know the apps well, but the Macs that I have aren't hanging with the demand that I'm putting on them. And so I have these newer PCs that have higher performance, and so I'm having to use some of these pro apps on the PCs, and obviously Apple's suite is not available on the PC unless I'm doing something tricky. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather not do something tricky. What's up, guys? Yeah, it was the week off was good.
Yo.
We got we got Team D&B repping hard right now.
Oh,
I
what up?
love it.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Yeah.
I know, this is amazing.
Match in the house.
Yeah. So let's run around the room. First of all, who is this handsome fella in the top left of the screen? Because I have
With
never
the
seen
mad
that
chop.
person before.
I look at the top left and I see myself. That's what I see.
Catch 22 in the house, Escape Velocity in the house, the Librarians in the house, Special Ed's in the house. Oh, this is good stuff. So happy to have y'all here.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Of course,
Yeah, serious.
So have any of you taken a break before? Because I know all of you are really good about keeping a timely schedule, or at least coming on a weekly basis. Have any of you taken a break before, and what was your story on that?
I took a bit of a break basically when you did yours.
Okay.
And I'm kind of taking a break this week again too. I think I've been on way too much. And I think it's starting to affect my outlook on streaming, and how I start reacting towards certain people in my stream. So I mean, the odd times you get some guy coming in and making some comments. I know man like Deep and Catch 22 can confirm with me on this, and it tends to put you off. And then compounding it by having the pressures of doing this stuff every week, on a regular basis, trying to put out the best quality show you can, it starts to wear on you. And these little things start to wear on you, little comments of that, and it becomes, for me, it can become a very explosive situation.
Have you reacted on stream?
I have, by just shutting my stream right down.
Yeah.
And Catch 22 seen it, where some people or whatever, something's going on, and he sees it in my face. I get really annoyed, I get really pissed off, and I just shut it down. And I've done that twice, and I'm not particularly proud of doing that. It wasn't the most professional thing to be doing, but I think I had to do it for my own sanity. Before I did lose it on somebody,
I believe nobody will argue that takes precedence, my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
it's crazy. Like these days, pretty much everything that we do, it was the same in nightclubs, mind you, and even more so if you traveled a lot. But pretty much everything we do is under a microscope, so it's difficult to keep your cool at every single moment.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, I am known for going off IRL. I have plenty of stories that go back years that are amazing. I'll tell one. Screw it. I'll tell one. I was booked at an event at a club called Azúcar in Sacramento. They're no longer there, so I can say their name. And I was booked with this my homie Lance, Big Up Elements, and we were there. We were doing our thing, and a girl comes up, and she was very, very demanding that she wanted to hear a specific song because it is her birthday, and she wants to hear it next. Right?
Was it Beth? Like Sambuca?
And she was not polite about it. Let's just put it that way. She was very stern, very rude about it. Okay.
Yep.
I shined it on at first. Keeps coming back, and she keeps getting persistent. So, me being a few drinks in, I shut the music off. I get on the microphone and I say, "Look, lady, I don't care if it's your birthday. Get to the back of the room. This is my party. This is my show. You can go." And everyone said, "Whoa!" And I said, and I turned it on. I turned the crowd on her. I said, "Everybody, if you came to have a good time, and if this person's ruining your good time, tell her to go to the back of the room." And everybody's going, "Go to the back of the room. Go to the back." Boo! They're like, I totally
mentality.
Totally turned the crowd on this girl and embarrassed her in front of the whole place, right? And about 5 minutes later, bouncer comes up and says, "Hey, that was the owner's niece.
Oh God.
Yep.
Here's your check. Have a nice night. You're done for the night, and you won't be back here ever again."
The night, the long night.
It's hard to be pretty cool.
Oh.
Hey, want to shout out the Men Like Deeps. What's up, man?
Deep,
What's
hopping
up, man?
in. What up, Deep? Hey, yo. Seriously,
Deeps.
you have quickly become seriously. Mike Airstrike mentioned it earlier in the chat. I speed home to make it in on time to catch your 1 hour show, because the 1 hour, like, if you miss it, obviously there's the YouTube archives, and I love watching the YouTube archives, but that live experience is amazing, man. I'm really enjoying your weekly programming, dude. It's awesome.
I'm
You're not
actually
following
really
Deep,
looking
too.
forward to the live experience. I haven't caught it yet. I just followed him this week, so I look forward to it. I've only caught the YouTube, so big up, man.
Hey, thanks, man. Yeah, you ain't missing that much, to be honest. It's a bit random. It's only an hour. That's the good news. It doesn't take up too much
I
time.
think the only thing that makes it good are the chat conversations that go on, really, you know.
He
That's
sells
exactly
it like
it.
a champ. He
Man,
sells it
you
like
We
a
don't,
champ.
need the
Camera.
host.
That's exactly it.
Oh, fucking
Turn
hell.
on the chat and just go make a cup of tea. Come back when it's time to turn off.
Oh, funny.
Yo, we got Eroc just jumping in. Eroc from Dallas, Texas. What up, man?
Welcome in.
Hello there.
Hey.
We should.
What's up, guys? How you doing? What's up?
Yo,
Hello.
you've been doing some serious upgrades to your stream in the last couple of weeks, man. How's that credit card bill looking, dude?
Oh yeah, man. It's looking at the receipts. It's nothing but green screens and all kinds of
Oh boy. Yeah.
lighting. You name it, right?
Yes. Oh yes.
It's been a fun project, though. I really enjoy it and having fun, and being able to just kind of do things on the fly and create. That's kind of the cool thing aspect of it, anyways. And you can always set the cats up and everything else, right?
That's money well spent.
Yeah,
It is right there. It is.
that makes it all worth it. Let's go to the chat real quick. We've been ignoring the chat. What
Hey,
up, chat? TFTIHQ just subbed in at 5 months at tier 1. Thank you so much. That is a day 1 number. Appreciate it. DJM916 just followed. That's AKA Rude Boy Soldier. Sounds like he's going official. Just changed his screen name. Going for it, brother. I appreciate that. That's a good look. DJM, my first audience as a DJ. Yeah. And has been a long-time supporter and a contributor to 916 Junglist. It's like 98. Someone's got their stream up, by the way. I hear audio.
Yeah, let's see.
Turn your radio down.
Turn it down.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, I remember that. Yeah,
Get some feedback going and burn some ears.
Right. What's up, Knock? Hey, Knock. I need to send you an invite. I forgot to send you an invite. You guys chat amongst yourselves for a second. I need to send Knock an invite real quick.
Cool.
Roger that.
You guys are doing a great job.
We are. It's awesome.
word. Jungle. Go.
Funny thing, going back to the original note of like taking time off.
Thank you.
When I first came on my second week streaming, I took over for someone else's show on the West Coast, and it's been the way I've dealt with taking time off now. So if I take time off, I just invite someone else to take over my slot.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, if you want the skin overlay, I can give you that. If not, you can just take it over as it is. Here's a token key because Twitch can give you that, and have at it. You can't mess up anything on the admin side.
Yeah.
And
Nowadays, you
it's-
can just
always
move the
do
artist
with
name to the
track
feed, right? You can just
Yeah.
add whoever you want to stream, just add their artist name in, and voila, right?
and
Yes.
that's my understanding. Yeah.
Also, I think this month, Twitch, there's a plugin that came in, like a dynamic follow button. So if you're like, 'cause Saturdays we've been doing this thing where we're embedding the Twitch streams into our stream as a way of discoverability, right? And the problem is what's different from raids is we're having a hard time getting people to go over to their channel and hit follow to gain that followship, because the whole idea is to, hey, check out this channel because you might like them, so when they're on again you can check them out, right? So we're this new dynamic follow button allows you to put a follow button to their channel on your stream as an overlay.
Oh wow.
So,
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
That's
so
awesome.
Yeah, so that if you're embedding somebody's stream, they can go ahead and click follow and still stay in the stream, which is pretty
Oh,
cool.
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I wonder- I mean, you guys have probably seen what we do on midnight on Friday nights, where we've got the follow that streamer kind of
But was it- but it
goofy
was-
section.
Yeah, it's that idea though. Like
But I wonder if we can put the
leave
buttons
this
in there.
tab, go over to this tab, and go. Follow.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
dynamic
We're
button, you can
coaching on
click right
Saturdays
there.
like that, saying, hey, we're just going to talk about nothing for the next couple of minutes while you go do that, and then when you come back, we'll be ready for you to. You know what I mean? That's the whole point of
Awesome.
Saturdays, right? And it's been working well, but it obviously isn't having the same impact as straight up raiding into their channel. And the reason we started embedding the streams was because we were dealing with a lot of new streamers who were struggling with the raids. And so we were dropping raids every stream, and it was just a lot of stress. And so the Zoom thing made it a little bit more conducive to the people learning how to stream.
Cool.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it provided still provided a continuous program without like being too bush league of like streams dropping and raids failing and all that kind of stuff that happens. So that's helped, but I'm still trying. Like the whole point is not to camp out at the 916 Junglist channel on Saturdays. It's to go and follow these channels and like discover new stuff. So we're working on that. That's the goal. I've had a lot to think about for the last week, as you can clearly see.
You look younger, Billy.
Thank you. I'm
You
well
look
rested. I have been getting more sleep.
Hey, are you
Nocturnal just
sharing
joined us.
skin secrets with Catch 22 there or what?
He's looking dashing. Let me tell you. He's got what
Yeah.
shaving subscription plan are you on?
Straight razor.
Oh, awesome, gangster.
Straight
I believe
razor.
it. Nocturnal just joined in. Nocturnal's the homie from Sacramento, a prolific touring DJ. He's toured with a lot of famous hip hop artists. Incredible turntablist. He puts the best to shame, man. He's an amazing dude. Big up, man. How you doing, man? He doesn't have audio yet. No, I don't hear you yet. He's working on it.
How about now?
Now I hear you. Yep, you're live.
Yeah, you're good, man.
Okay, perfect.
What a round table, dude. This is great. Wow.
Man, this is dope. What up?
Big up your moms. Big up the doc. Big up 35 Swift. Big up Pixel Pusher. Seattle D&B in the house. What up, Lady Jane? What up, Darthlook Child? What up, Spire? What up, Urban Ghost? Let's see, who else we got here? Cyclops Music. Or Cycloptimus Prime, sorry. What up?
Nice.
That's the vein of like Twitch for me is sight reading.
Oh, yeah.
I'm horrible at sight reading. I'm dyslexic already, and it's like you get me to try to read something, and these names are so creative.
Yeah.
You guys can turn off those fancy microphones and type instead.
Oh man.
No.
Just type. Just type.
We don't have fingers like you there, Taper McGee.
I mean,
Homeboy
you're
can
the
hold
one
a
that made
chat
me
room.
install the keyboard tray right here in my booth. I mean,
Like,
That's where my keyboard is, but you know what? For me to fuck around on the keyboard and look, I can just say it really quickly. And also too, like I going back to the chat, and sometimes it's hard to keep up because so much stuff is flying through. And I was talking with Man Like Deep the other day when we were out for a Chicken Burger Fiesta. And
Chicken Burger Fiesta. I don't know what that is, but I already know what it is.
Yeah.
Every other weekend.
It's delicious.
Anyway, basically, he's like, how do you deal with all that chat going on? I'm like, you gotta like literally stop what you're doing and spend a minute or two and just to read every so often and see what's going on because it happens so fast. And I mean, if I could type as fast as Catch 22, man, I'd be all over that stuff, and no one would get to hear this heavenly voice of mine. But I like my voice, and I think people need to hear it, right? So, but all kidding aside, it's one of those things. With this chat, you got to be responsive, and no matter how you do it, just it's the secret is just to do it. You know, even if you have to literally stop what you're doing, like I do, and sit down and just read what the hell's going on for a minute or two. Or if you have supervision and can, whatever, like see everything you're gonna go and type it all at the same time, whatever it is that you have to do, just
have a partner.
The big thing is oh my god, that would be so good. I could have a chat officer.
Oh.
There you go.
Funny thing that you bring that up because I've totally been trying to like court different people, either admins or whatnot, to kind of take over that responsibility. And even just having someone else to just be on the mic. I was trying to figure out how to pipe someone in virtually, like off-site, because I'm just like I was talking to A1 about this earlier. It was just like that sense of I don't get in my head anymore when I'm in the mix, because I'm responding to everything. It's like flying a helicopter. It's just there's too many things going on, and it's not nearly as meditative, which is the whole reason why I did this. I do this for myself,
I was thinking about what would the impact would be if we announced some sort of like, okay, today it's going to be I'm going to ignore the chat and not talk on the microphone stream. And what is and what you think people would be like, this sucks, like
you know what, like there's been my last couple streams, I haven't been talking as much as I have. I've been a little bit more silent, getting a little bit more into the mix. And for the most part, people notice it when they're watching you.
Yeah.
And they respect that a lot. You know, I think the listeners and the viewers are intelligent enough and savvy enough to know that, you know, we're not, you know, multitasking computers that can do a bunch of stuff at the same time. We can do a few things at the same time, but it's one of those things. If you're going to be, I'd like to give the best audio experience to my listeners and my viewers. And sometimes I literally just have to shut off the microphone and just shut off, like just disconnect a little bit from that screen, just to concentrate more on the music and give the people what they really want.
Yeah,
and there's no shame in that. There's no shame in that.
Well, I've done radio
Friday
shows for the better part of 10 years, and up until Twitch, chat room was secondary. Talking on the mic was to announce tunes, just be kind of promo people, that kind of thing, right? But Twitch is, like they said, the chat flies so fast. It's almost as if you're not up there responding on the mic, you're going to miss half of it most times, if not 60%, right? And I type all day long, but go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Interestingly, listening to you, I know all of you guys mix. You do it well. The reverse is true for me. Interestingly, the chat's the thing. And if anyone catches my show, there's more talk than actual music. If you want to try and hear any tunes, you're not going to get any joy on my show, because I'm constantly chatting. However, it's hard. It's hard to do all those things. And you know, Billy, I try and do the review thing. I got the desktop, I got the audio and the thing. But for me, especially Catch and Ed, when I first discovered Twitch, and them two in particular, they were very quick to give me a shout, and it meant something to me as a listener. And for me, and having said that, not like everyone's like me, but for me, I feel like treat people like the way you want to be treated. For me, I love getting a shout out. I love it. It's like an acknowledgement thing. So I like to shout out everybody, but it's hard. And I hate it when I miss someone as well. I hate it. And there's a part of me that wants to put on the wall where everyone, because I sometimes do location shouts, I want to put the names up. I'm looking at a wall here of everyone and where they live, literally, because it's that important to me. Because actually, without them, do you know what I mean? I'm just there like playing to the wall. You know what I mean? So it's funny. I mean, I'll never mix because of it. I can't do it. It's impossible. Do you know what I mean? That's the trade-off. But then again, my show isn't really a mix show. It's more like a chat show.
Nothing worse than the video archive. Nothing worse than the video archive where you pull it up and you find somebody in there, or you see somebody who shouted you out, and you just miss this huge section of just awesomeness, and it just sinks me. It just sinks me every time it happens to me, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes I go back and I actually send people messages if I like rewatch and stuff or listen to it. And I'm like, oh man, I'm sorry. I completely missed that, you know, or I completely missed a tier 3 sub or something. I'm like, oh, sorry about that. But yeah, I mean, the thing that I seem to have noticed a lot, that sometimes and I guess this is kind of like the crutch I fall back on, is that if I want to zone out and get in that zone where I'm just mixing, I'll just flip on the third turntable, because some people are like, they kind of see that a little differently sometimes, and they know.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We're kicking in high gear.
But the other thing is some people just don't, and they're just like asking me all these questions or doing requests, and then thankfully some people that are awesome mods in my chat, and just people that have been in there, like, you know, he's kind of busy right now. You know, there's a third turntable over there that he's working, and they're like, oh, okay, yeah, you know, and then after about 20 minutes or a half hour, then I'll just snap back into it, and I'll just, you know, click the turntable off and just type back and everything. So it's kind of nice to have that little, you know, crutch or whatever you want to call it to fall back on, where you can just be like, oh, okay, and then you tune right back in to chat and what's up with everybody and stuff like that.
Speaking of the importance of the
I was just going to say, to that note, big ups to moderators everywhere.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, anybody with the sword by their name, big up.
Time.
Yeah, exactly. You guys are the champions, really, of the show.
Yeah, big up to all the sword massive. Speaking of the importance of the shout out, shout out some folks in the chat right now.
Yeah.
Cycloptimus Prime, what up? Jax is back. What up? The Doc is in here. Doc is one of my sword people. No use for anger, swinging the sword. Tweak Music Tips, what up? Tweak Music Tips has an amazing show on
absolutely
3 days a week. And
hey, I was watching their stream earlier this afternoon.
It's an amazing show. They have a really big show on Friday at it's going to be at 1 p.m. East Coast time. I think that's right. And 11, 12. Yeah, 1 p.m. East Coast time, 10 a.m. West Coast time. A huge show. I don't have all the deets, but yo, Kova, feel free to plug your show in the chat. You have the pass, man. Go ahead. Who else is in the chat right now? PLC 707. What up? What up, Kelly Groove? What up, BC 9000? Ross B 916. What up, BC?
Yo, what's up, Airstrike?
Mikey!
Is that Mikey?
What's up, my boy?
Word up.
Mikey.
What up? Let's see. 35 Swift in the house. Mike Airstrike.
That's Swift!
TFTHQ. What up? Island Junglist. What up? And oh my goodness, Kelly Groove throwing a dance party. Sean Parks followed, and Archon. That is the new day one number. That's the first time I've seen a 6-month sub. So big up Archon 916. Thank you so much for 6 months at Prime.
Yeah.
That's the first 6 month sub
Super
I've seen
dope.
on my alerts. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. New day one number right there. So yo, let's get into some of the topics of the day. I wanted to talk about first thing. We have, it looks like Ed might be getting teamed up on this one, but we have Pioneer DJ and Denon DJ. Actually, you know what? Scrap that. Let's go to something else. Let's go to something else.
Do we have to?
We'll save the red meat for a little bit later.
Okay.
How about this is something that's happening to all of us right now. Twitch is forcing streamers to run mid-stream ads. You guys aware of this?
Yeah.
Are you aware of this?
Yep.
I am now.
Yeah. If you don't, pre-roll the ad, or I forget. I don't know. I just ignore it. I have it turned off for sub.
Yeah.
These new mid-roll these ads, whatever you want to call them, they won't affect subscribers. Subscribers won't see them.
Right.
But everyone else will, and it's going to be a pop-out screen, like a picture-in-picture. So they'll mute the VOD. You'll still see the person, but the audio and the video for the commercial will come out big.
So I've already seen it happen.
Compared to how it used to be, compared to how they used to do it with stuff like that, that is a dramatic improvement.
Big time improvement.
Knowing that people who are being forced to hear the ad but can still see what's going on screen, I have to admit, I don't like it, but that's a major improvement.
Let's do this. Anybody right now, before we get deep into this particular conversation, anybody right now in the chat, if you are not a sub, hi, thanks for being here. And if you get a mid-roll ad during this conversation, let me know, because apparently I wouldn't, as the streamer, don't know when this is happening. And so
None of us seem to.
Right.
Yeah.
So if anybody right now in the chat gets an ad in the middle of the stream, let me know in the chat so we can kind of experience this together and learn together how this all works. But yeah, so
and what it is.
So the way that I understand it, and you guys can let me know, the way that I understand it is that Twitch is asking us to do this on our own, saying that if we run our own ad breaks, that they won't interject their own ad breaks at any particular time that it happens.
Oh, okay.
But see, but the information I can't find is how often do we need to cut to commercial in order to prevent Bezos from sniping our streams?
Can we run our own ads for our own Twitch channel?
Yeah, you can go into your stream manager and you can run a 60-second ad break. Right.
Just thinking about this, me having to run across
Like
the
an ad
room
for
to
your
hit the
Twitch
ad
channel.
button is terrifying.
Yeah.
I see it in the stream
One
manager.
of these little guys.
Yeah, I got. There's too many things to worry about messing with that. You guys.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Is there any non-subs just gonna have to get some random commercials? Like, I can't add one more thing to monitor.
That's what I'm
Just
thinking.
get a really long stick, like hit the button. Boom.
I have one.
And do they miss part of that quote unquote mix, or does it come on after? Like, are they behind everything?
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Like, how is that going to work out?
It's already bad enough with the mobile app, right?
Yeah, totally. And honestly, like I'm a little bit concerned about losing viewers if an ad comes in and somebody's like just in the channel for a couple of minutes. They just got a pre-roll ad, and now all of a sudden they're getting hit with a mid-roll ad, and they're never going to come back or something. You know what I mean? Like that
exactly
that
yeah.
early experience
That
of like
double.
walking into exactly. So,
Well, and if you shouted them out and it went to a mid-roll ad, what happens then too, right?
they didn't even hear your shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't hear it.
Interesting. I don't know if I care that much, because it's not like it's happening just to me only. It's happening to everyone. So this is the new standard, and I don't pay anything to really go on Twitch. So you know what I mean? Allow them to make a bit of money off me. No problem.
I'm okay with that.
As long as the ad is no rubbish like.
I'm kind of interested
Slacks or something like that.
I'm kind of interested in how I can.
can't control the ads. I wish I could have a little bit of a selection or what
that
ads
would be
I
cool.
want.
There was
That's it right there. That's it right there, right?
Corporations.
Even if it was just
on our label.
I would
genre.
Think, I would think as a Twitch partner, if we were Twitch partners as opposed to affiliates, then we should have more say so in what ads are run on our streams.
That would be dope.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want a freaking McDonald's ad on my stream. No.
Right. If it's targeted ads, give us something that's somewhere in the ballpark of our target audience, right?
Well, this is the problem, right? This is the problem that Facebook are having. Facebook are coming out now saying you can't do no 3-hour stream anymore, playing music that no advertiser will want to ever put an ad on, because it's hardcore niche stuff. What are you going to do? Sell dishwashing liquid in the middle of some fucking shoppage?
Right.
No. Right, so there's no money. There's no advertising money in the sort of music that we play. So you know what? To Mike Airstrike's point, if they're going to do a mid-roll Viagra ad in the middle of my thing, you know what? Allow it. Let them do it.
Did you see what
It
he said?
It ain't going to be like, oh, here's the new Serato. Here's a new set of headphones. There's just not enough money in it. So it's just going to be random, McDonald's with the extra bit of ad roll money they got. It's
just imagine we do charity streams for vegan animal sanctuaries. Just imagine we're having our show promoting animals, and all of a sudden the double Big Whopper and Baked Burger comes up in the corner. That's not cool.
I'd actually be pretty surprised if their algorithm isn't actually hosting ads to the people themselves based on who they are. I would assume that's how it works. I bet when the ad roll happens, it's 50,000 different ads to each of the different types of people.
Yeah, there is targeted advertising happening to a certain degree.
You mentioned McDonald's 5 times, so they're for sure going to start running those ads.
That's going to start coming through now. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about you with your Instagram feed, but I've been getting the Oreo cookie that looks like a turntable on mine every time.
All day.
Damn it, I'm a DJ and I really want that Oreo now.
Algorithm got it right.
Hey, Oreos are vegan too, man. You can feel good about them.
Oh man, I still like my Numinos.
That's a good point. Of 100 people watching, 30 people are going to see one ad, 20 people are going to see another ad. You're absolutely right, actually. Yeah.
Did you see
I have
35
something I want to
go
share
ahead.
with the class. Let me see if I can get it up on the screen for everybody to see. I can get the. I want to share Chrome. Yeah, let's see if I can share that. Okay. Let me know if y'all in the Zoom.
Okay.
Yeah, it works.
I see it.
You see
I
it?
see it.
I mean, it all works for us.
Yeah, see it over here.
Yep.
Let me see. Oh, it's not working on the stream though. Okay, that's
Negative.
what I thought. Yeah. Okay.
Op crew.
You shared it via Zoom. That's it.
Yeah.
No
Okay.
crew
So
situation.
did we lock up? We might have locked up the
fine.
Zoom.
It takes a second. Let's see if it refreshes now.
See if it resolves.
I mean,
Wait, on the stream.
We have audio, so they can hear us. We're just
they can.
we're very still.
Quick, somebody run the McDonald's ad quick.
It's enough.
Exactly. Push the button. Push the ad button.
I'll
We're
get it. I'll
taking
get it
those
fixed.
one of those still movies.
I'm on it. I'm
Everyone
on it, y'all. Don't
apparently-
worry. I'll get it fixed.
Apparently, it froze on a really bad my face. People are laughing.
Look like you're asleep.
It's a beauty.
It's perfection.
So 35 Swift said that he was in a streamer, a Just Chatting one, and they rolled an ad. Where is it? And it was it was like a 6-pack of ads all at once.
Wow.
Wow.
He said they engaged it. So
oh, the streamer engaged.
yeah.
Oh, there's a
Okay.
bam, bam, bam.
They're just going for the cash, baby.
Yeah, get that 4
Yeah, it is
cents
the
a
cash
pop,
button.
brother. Yeah, you make some money.
It is
Make
the
that
cash
paper, boo boo.
button.
Was watching a stream Friday night.
Oh, no,
the
Ed's
stream hit
laughing.
a 4-pack of commercials 6 times in an hour. So they ran 24 commercials in an hour.
Lord.
Oh my goodness.
Yikes.
All right. Everyone in the Zoom room is gonna have to look at the stream feed. If you're looking at the stream feed at all.
Okay.
Yeah, it's working.
Here we go.
Okay.
Can see it. You're good.
Okay. So mute the audio, whatever you got to do. But check this out. This is hilarious. Somebody made a troll video of like what the midstream ads are like. Who played Dark Souls? Mike Airstrike did.
Internet's
Put hot donuts with Kentucky Fried Chicken, sweet and savory, it's good to order. Get it in a basket or a sandwich.
Oh wow.
I see it.
You're not seeing these donuts and chicken
That's
burgers?
That's great.
Oh,
That's
I'm not.
impressive.
so
not
like,
seeing
you
it.
know,
That's weird.
he's playing
there it
Dark
goes.
Soul.
Okay.
He's all the way to the end. His streamers have been with him for hours.
Oh,
and
I
then,
see it now. Okay.
And then right at the moment of achievement, in comes the fucking KFC commercial.
Here comes the Colonel.
That's amazing.
Perfection.
Like imagine Deep is like, yo, you got to hear this new John Tetley dub plate. This is the heat. You're never gonna hear this again. It's only gonna be played right now. Bam, Carl's Jr. commercial.
Like, yo, that would be cool if we did like have a list of ads we could run, and then you're like, hey guys, like I got this new track, but I'm actually kind of thirsty, and when I get thirsty, I really want a Coke.
Yeah,
Boom.
right.
It's like what?
It's gonna sound more like NASCAR. We're all gonna wind up wearing like little promo jerseys and have sponsors on the green screen.
Oh my gosh, there's these
Knowing
abstract
Deep,
conceptual artists in Texas that they got pretty big, but they made these suits, and then in sort of like a play on the whole, you know, like NASCAR thing, they just went around and they had corporations that bought patches and space on these suits, and they would go to these performances in Times Square and stuff, but just every single corporation
That is hilarious.
like plastered all.
That's awesome.
you know, Deep is already thinking about different cliffhangers that he can write into his show, so that he keeps people on board for that commercial break.
Well, wait, there's more.
Yeah, but wait, in order for you to find out, stick around.
Oh, that rewind made me hungry.
Stand by.
Yeah, if you control your role to add, you can pretend like you're not controlling it, and you could have something, and then right when you're about to drop something, play
Roll
the
it.
ad.
Roll it.
Like
Yeah,
mess
totally.
with people.
Yeah, you could totally.
See, that's
like,
where having a
creative-
hot link to like a stream deck would work.
Yeah, there
Like,
you go.
if you can,
Yeah.
you can just like bash that.
Hit the ad
Oh, wait
button.
for the pull up. Like pull it up and then boop, run the ad.
That's
There you go.
hilarious.
Right before the break, build up going crazy. Boop, hit the ad.
I guess you could time it like if they're running at specific times per stream, you could kind of
Yeah.
time it
Yeah.
and then troll people. Like, all right, guys, this next banger is just insane. Oh, what? It's like,
Oh, you guys missed it. Sorry.
Sorry.
Oh, better
Hilarious.
sub next time.
I do like Billy. I like you calling out the crew to let you know what the ad was. I think actually that's probably going to be quite normal for the next little bit. Because
Yeah, we
I
should
think
do
I
that.
will do the same. Given that I'm so chatty on my
Same here.
stream, we'll just see what the ad was. We can just discuss it after.
Right. Yeah. Has anybody? There hasn't been an ad yet, as far as I can tell. I've been watching the chat. And you know, let me know. I might even kick you a sub for your help. That'd be amazing.
hey,
Let's see. So continuing on. So yeah, that's the thing on Twitch ads. My opinion. Oh, first, another thing we didn't touch, and this is something that's not really important, but it's worth mentioning. Streamers do get revenue increased from these ads. There is a CPM on these ads. And
Oh, I like that.
the,
Give me
the
that
high-
McDonald's money.
yeah.
So that's like 9 cents,
I
or
don't
it would be
want
like
it.
7 cents.
Devil's money. I don't
No,
want
but
it.
have you guys seen it yet in your paycheck?
I know. Not.
So
not-
it comes in for a month's stream. It's about $1.62.
yeah.
Boom.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It just came through, and I was like, wait, I got ad revenue? What's this?
Yeah, they
you can-
lump it up into your pay app, but you can see it broken out, like on the stats. Like if you go
Okay.
to like your stream
Yeah,
stats.
you can go in
and
your
stuff,
stats and it
but-
will show it. Yeah.
you
it's
guys are
underneath
getting
your subs
paid for
and
this?
stuff.
How's that happening?
I think.
Holy shit.
I think the most I've made in ad revenue on one stream was a quarter, like 25 cents, and I was like,
Boom.
all right.
Twitter
Taking that
jobs.
one straight to the arcade, baby. I got half of a pinball game ready to go.
Hey, there you go. Come
I'm
on
already
out.
I've
spending
seen
that
maybe
over.
like
Big Mac
$3
money.
a month
right?
or something. I don't know.
But deep is just deep pockets over there with his Big Mac money. He's gonna be running an ad every 5 seconds. He's gonna come back and be like, deep it, and then another ad.
I've already spent the money. I've already spent it in my mind.
That's great.
One chocolate bar.
One chocolate
One.
bar.
share it with my whole family for fun.
Share it with my whole family.
It'd be like fucking Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. Like everyone in the bed, like here's a chocolate.
Here's a chocolate.
For quarter of a year's fucking streaming. Let's eat that chocolate.
Get your ass up, Uncle Joe.
He got
Like a Flake 99.
I'm totally sending you a golden ticket deep.
Hey, so
Yeah, did you have some cabbage and sock soup for dinner?
Yeah, man.
you touched on this a second ago, and I wanted to touch on this a little bit more. I know none of us are really messing with Facebook anymore for streaming, but come October 1st, Facebook is dropping the hammer, saying that they're basically DJ streams are done.
It's already in serious effect if you don't know already.
Yeah, I haven't streamed to Facebook in a while. Though.
Either have I.
Good riddance.
Yeah,
That's 'cause
A lot of
they
people
can't, they
I
can't
watched.
market to people that way.
Yeah. A lot of
I think
people
it's
watched
money
it
lost
last
for
week.
Facebook. I think Facebook is losing money on this, and I almost, and this is a far-fetched conspiracy, but I almost wouldn't be surprised if October 1st, no more streaming. October 2nd, new music platform announced. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah, something like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
Zuckerberg.
Facebook bought Mixcloud.
yeah.
Oh,
I got some thoughts on this. I don't know. Like, so here was my thinking, and this is after watching The Social Dilemma. Facebook needs to make some money off your content. Get that. And if you're doing a 3-hour set of D&B or something like a niche electronic music, they ain't making nothing off you. And to make it worse, every stream I've seen, with all due respect to the streamers, 2 concurrent users watching at a time maximum. No chat, no likes, fail. And Facebook are picking up the cost of holding that stream on their servers. Like, how are they making any money?
Right.
I think what they should do is say, you know what, you stream all you fucking like, but pay me $50 a month.
Yep.
Because we know we will never make any money off you. People are on our case about copyright.
I remember
pay us.
10 years ago or so when Facebook started doing ads. And this is way back in the day. It was new. They were giving us the crack to get us addicted. And they said they were going to start putting ads. I'm like, I'll view a feed. Like, you're preventing me from connecting with my friends. I have my photos up here. I have forums. I'll pay 5, 10, 12, 15 bucks a month, whatever. Just don't turn into this, like sell shit to ad.
Yeah, I've been a big advocate of pushing that cost onto the content creator as opposed to pushing the cost onto the service provider.
Right.
I think that it creates less risk for the service provider. And I think that you have a whole slew of content creators who will be willing to subscribe to that model, especially if there's revenue coming back from it, if it's a ROI.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
that's the key. That's the key right there.
I will say,
yeah,
man,
Twitch is still the best way for content creators to make music the way they have it set up. They don't make money unless we make money, so it's a mutual relationship.
I'm kind of sad to see it go. I've probably got 7 years of video up on DMB Radio and all kinds of different groups and stuff on Facebook Live where I've done live shows there, and it's just there, and that stuff's going to disappear. And it is, I get probably 4 or 5 DMCAs from somebody somewhere every single day where my videos are just gradually disappearing. They've been retroing it for years. I get stuff from 15, 14 on, like almost when they started the platform for live. So it's kind of sad to see it go, but lately, I would say that if you're on it and you're doing it right now, average is 20 minutes maybe before you're muted or booted. Wow. I haven't seen anybody make it further than that this last week. And I still have friends desperately trying.
I seen something interesting the other day. A buddy of mine screenshotted this, or they shared someone's screenshot, and there's a big DJ, European DJ named Lady Style, and she's streaming on Facebook Live. Yeah, and she has a whole new set of tools that aren't available to a lot of people, where she's able to generate money. Like, they have their version of bits. I forgot what they call it, but she's like in this whole beta program that they're messing around with. So they're definitely going to roll out something, and they've already tested it with certain people.
Well, they picked up all those people from Mixer.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, all the people that were refugee from when Mixer closed down, all the gamers that had that.
Well, yeah,
because Mixer was like the what our Mixcloud is, right? Mixer was the alternative for gamers. It's a smaller network, but it's like the middle finger to Twitch site, right? And it had big pockets because it was backed by Microsoft, and it was in the Xbox and all this stuff, right? And then Mixer took a shit this year, and all those people got like a free pass to port over to Facebook gaming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And so yeah, there's definitely some kind of an infrastructure for streaming happening with Facebook. But I'm not sure where their stance is with music. I think that Facebook is going to really not even try to mess, like what Deep was saying, not even try to mess with anything at a niche level. You got to pay the piper to get into Facebook Music and have a concert on Facebook Music.
Yeah,
this
makes
isn't
sense.
yeah, this isn't cable access. This is Fox Network, right?
Oh, boy.
And so they're probably positioning themselves to be that kind of a thing. Whereas I see Twitch and Amazon taking their music department and moving it into becoming like a space for performance in the lack of being able to perform live across not just DJing, like anybody who's a performance artist in general, and or a musician or some sort is starting to find, all these little pockets are starting to find Twitch is like a place where they can do what they do, right? Just like we did.
Word. Yeah.
Dude, I have friends who found me because they're on Twitch all the time from playing chess. So it's getting huge, man. And it's all across. And I have people tell me all the time, I watch Twitch more than I watch TV these days, just because of all the content out there. You can see anything you want to watch, man. It's there
all day.
So I guess one thing we can all agree on this then is if you're still streaming to Facebook, you probably need to stop. And
don't tell me what to do.
Or my friends, just their only
in,
platform.
You know,
I'm begging them.
Enjoy it.
We'll tell you what to do. We'll just tell you you're wasting your time.
But I love those 20-minute DJ sets. Those are my favorite.
I'm okay. That's honestly longer than I watch anything on Facebook, anyways.
Word. That's true. That's hella true.
That's more time that I spend in a week on Facebook.
Right. Well, not that point, but my point in Facebook is that like my user experience on Facebook is not like Twitch, and I've been saying this since we've been having the DMCA conversation here on this channel back in April basically, and that's that Facebook is like the public area, the street, and Twitch is the venue that you go to pick up your entertainment, right? So, in other words, use Facebook for what it's worth. When I go to Facebook, I'm checking out my friends' posts. I'm falling victim to the sexy algorithm that's giving me all the stuff I want to see, right? And I see my friend live streaming. Sweet, I hit the thumbs up, keep on swooping. If I'm locked into the live stream, there's going to be a notification on my Facebook that's going to take me away from it within the next 3 minutes. Something on Facebook is going to be like, hey, look over here. Hey, look over here. Hey, check this out. And usually it's a notification saying, hey, somebody liked your shit or somebody tagged you in something, and I'm out, right? And there's no long-term engagement on Facebook. The idea is like you're just kind of consuming all of this content that's coming at you at a rapid fashion. And then Twitch, so the way that you can use Facebook is to deliver content in that fashion, 1 to 3 minutes something that says, hey, we're on Twitch having a good time. This is what you're missing. So they start to see, hey, okay, maybe I should be going over to Twitch and checking this out. Promote it like you would, hey, I'm at this venue every week. Come to this venue once a week and come check it out. It's a similar position of promotion, right? That's the way that
Yeah, we're just trying to draw people
We've been
over.
doing it that way for almost 2 years now.
Yeah, I've been trying to draw people over to our Discord and Twitch, and now when he's making posts on Facebook about the new releases, instead of giving all the details, it's like, hey, we got some news, go hit up our Discord and look for the label room.
Exactly.
And because eventually we're gonna cut ties with Facebook completely. I did last year. He's still on there for like some music stuff and some bus
I have the
forums,
labels on there
but
still.
we're trying to merge all that over. At some point, it's gonna get the axe for all the music stuff too.
That's always been the difference between Facebook and Twitch, or I should say other social media platforms and Twitch. We're so conditioned to just flip through our feed. Like, oh, look, Billy's doing this. Good for Billy. Oh, Epic's doing that. Good for Epic. We flip. We don't stop. People that watch Twitch, they're engaged. They'll watch the whole show because more often than not, they're on their desktop. They're on their desktops, or if they're on their phones, or maybe they're watching it on their TV. So people are engaged to the whole show. Even if I see something dope or see my friends or something I really like, I'm still flipping. Like I'll do the double tap just to show the love. But I'm just like, oh, okay, that guy's doing that. Good for that guy. Flip, 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 flip. So we're conditioned way differently on other social media platforms than on Twitch. On Twitch, where it's all about hanging out, showing love, having a good time, being interactive,
communicating with each other.
Yeah,
it's wild. There's so much more interaction and banter.
That's why Twitch is always going to win, because it's a whole different community. It's a whole different mindset.
Exactly.
It's interesting listening to you guys talk about Facebook. I mean, I've been off Facebook now for about 5 odd years, I think. Time goes.
Yeah.
But,
Congratulations.
But I had owned
exactly.
my IP at that point, so I had my website and I pushed everything to Facebook, because at one point in time I realized I'd switched, because it was so easy to just put it on Facebook. Facebook had it, but it wasn't on my website. And so all of a sudden I was watching my traffic go down there, but I was watching my Facebook numbers go up, and I'm like, that's not good. Like, I don't want someone else owning my content.
Word.
If I'm going to make money on it, I'm going to make money off my IP. Like,
you know what's interesting about Twitch, right? I was having a chicken burger with Ed, as you do.
Yeah, that's right.
I got to get a chicken burger.
A chicken burger. It was a solid chicken burger, and that's literally all I do with Ed is eat chicken burgers. But
I was making sure I heard that right. I was like, did he just say chicken burger in bed? He did.
Is it the one with the donuts?
No, we
Yeah. Me and Special Ed were in bed having a chicken burger. Now, Ed said something very interesting to me. Now, obviously, you know I'm from the UK. In the UK, Twitch really does not pop the way it is in North America. Ed told me that, and he reminded me of something. I've got lots of connections in the UK. Obviously, the jungle drum and bass crew in the UK is obviously strong. Blah blah blah. The older heads that have been around a long time, they're all on Facebook still.
Yep.
You know, the audience in Facebook's trending upwards. It's
DJ
older.
Rap.
Those people
exclusively on Facebook.
Yeah.
Mate, yeah, it could be, and they find it difficult to make that jump over to Twitch. You know. And that's very interesting to me.
I'm seeing it with the older side of my demographic. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's only difficult if you don't have a will or a desire to get away from it. Like when I talk to the people like DJ Rap, who's all on Facebook. I mean, she's so excited about how big her group is growing. I'm like, girl, I'm not on Facebook.
Yeah,
just make a name to get on there. And then I asked her, okay, well, where are you doing your private streams on Facebook? I'm like, but she's just not at all concerned about moving off of it. So if you don't really see like a buy-in getting off of it, it's going to seem difficult. But for me, like I gave myself like 3 months to prep, let everyone know I'm leaving, downloaded all my data, got all my shit, and then bam, done.
Well,
like
that's telling of DJ Rap. I mean, you know, we all know how long she's been around, and that audience is still there on Facebook. They're older, and it could be that the majority of her audience are the people that followed her in the 90s. And if that's the case, she don't need to go nowhere, because they ain't going nowhere at
Not
all.
for a while. You're right.
I'll tell you this. This is just an example that's closer to home. A really good friend of mine, actually my mentor, DJ Eddie Adul. He is 10 years my senior, professional DJ here in Sacramento, and his audience is 10 years older than me, and they're all on Facebook, and he is on Twitch, and he's trying his hardest to get his audience to come over to Twitch. And at this point, he's finding more people that are liking his stuff on Twitch that are new to discovering him.
Yeah.
Because it's just like anybody who was willing to make the jump after 4 months of asking your friends has done it. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly.
I mean, ask Man Like Deep. I mean, he went from YouTube to Twitch recently.
That was a major transition.
Just recently. How long have you been on now?
2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Since last Tuesday. It's literally been a couple of months.
Yeah.
Since last Tuesday. He's been saying since last Tuesday for the last 2 months, dude. He said last Tuesday when I interviewed him like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, but he was worried about it. And of course the Twitch community embraced him, and he not only has, I think, more sustained viewers, but you know, you get all your homies and you get all these communities and they all intersect, and I think it's a great thing. I try and tell everybody to switch to it.
You know what's interesting? 100% catch. One thing was interesting. I'd have a look at the YouTube analytics and the rest of it. It'd be 70% UK, 20% North America, Canada, US, and then couple of other people. Now it's the reverse. US is 70%. So this entire brand new audience via people like, you know, Catch, Ed and you lot, kind of introducing them via raids. Never met before. Super, super cool. It's literally changed my entire kind of outlook on what streaming is. I'll never go back. And probably DJ Rat would do well to take your advice as well, and like just switch, because you never know until you try. So anyway, yeah,
feel that
amazing.
Let me reach out.
Happy here. I can't say enough
I got an
about
obligatory real quick. Let me reach out to the crew. We're kind of ignoring the chat.
Oh, sorry, chat.
So big up chat. Let me do some call outs real quick. Spire throwing a 6-month prime. Thank you so much.
Hey.
Gabe Xavier throwing 6 months at tier 1. Thank you so much. Some day 1 numbers rolling in. That's a good look. That's a very nice welcome back. Thank you. Let's see, man like Deep throwing it up in the chat as well. Look at this guy multitasking. All you guys, Escape Velocity too. I was ignoring the chat clearly, and nobody else was. Mike Airstrike, Binary's in here, Clever Gal's in here. Clever Gal said that her kids use Twitch and Discord like we use Facebook. That's the way that they communicate.
For sure.
And that's
I'd much rather have my kids on Twitch and Discord than Facebook.
I don't disagree, honestly. See what else? DJ Strobe's in here. What up, Strobe? Yo, everybody check out Strobe's channel. Can one of the mods throw a shout out to DJ Strobe, please? Actually, I'll do it right now.
I want to send some love out to the Lightning Tree, Mr. Vector Burn. What's happening, brother? And Mr. Mikey Airstrike.
What up? Strobe's an amazing talent. He does a lot of the streams that I've caught. I don't want to say what kind of music that he plays, because that's it can be offending to a DJ to be like, oh, all I think is I play this. The streams that I have caught, he's done a lot of like Mark Farina style mushroom jazz-ish, like mid-tempo, down-tempo kind of vibes. Super good stuff. I really dig it. And also his visuals are amazing. He's got a really good attention to detail. His last scene that he built was so sick. He was on the J line in Brooklyn, and he's DJing on the subway train, and he's got a bunch of stickers on the window, and they're all logos of his cool DJ homies. All of our logos are on the all over the subway train. It was so sick. So big up to DJ Strobe, man. You have a dope channel, man, and he could use the love, because his channel deserves it. So that's what's up. All right, moving right along. Let's see, I have plenty on the agenda. We've got another hour to go, or we're good.
Let's do it.
All right. Let's see. Okay. Here's something I want to get into. I'm saving the red meat, by the way. Oh, you know what we need to do? Hold on a second. Before we go any further, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry, y'all. This is my bad. I'm a terrible host. I can tell I've been off for a week. We have a giveaway that we haven't done yet.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Our sponsors, or one of our sponsors, both of our sponsors are amazing, but one of our sponsors, Sacramento Tech Exchange.
TFIQ said run the ad.
Run the ad!
The ad's running. Billy, the ad's running.
We got a giveaway, and the viewer is
amazing.
The ad.
Is the ad really running?
Oh, okay. No.
That would be amazing. That would be amazing. Okay. So right now, we're going to be giving away an Akai MPK Mini MIDI controller. Let me get a picture of it on the screen here.
Nice.
Oh yeah, how many buttons is the mini? I actually could use one.
Everybody has the ability to enter. So it's not like if you work here you can't enter. What was that the whole rule?
Yeah.
So let me get it up on the screen here. Boom. That's what it looks like. So we're giving one of these away, and courtesy of Sacramento Tech Exchange. All followers will get 1 raffle ticket, and all subs get 2 raffle tickets. And we are starting the giveaway now. All you need to do is hit !raffle in the chat.
Get it.
Oh, that is similar.
Boom.
So then I can be a digital DJ. I can. Is that what this is for? Controller? DJ
there you go.
You can be a new producer.
We'll give you one of those keyboards.
It's a MIDI keyboard. I'm sorry.
!raffle in the chat right now if you want to win this MIDI keyboard.
Does help when you spell raffle right.
Yes.
I saw that.
That is
it's not Raphael.
That is absolutely an obligation. What up, Aiden Scott?
Waffle.
While this is running, one of the things that's interesting about Twitch is that it reminds me so much of the 90s with ICQ and message boards and all these things.
MIRC.
It really does.
I have been saying that since the beginning.
Yeah.
It's like, this reminds me of late 90s internet. Straight
This
up.
is
Like,
like
Discord.
AOL times
dude,
like
yeah,
100.
exactly. Yeah,
Because I mean,
No
AOL,
one's
we
sending
could
me
play sounds
demos
in the
over my
room
instant messenger.
Yeah, exactly. Age, sex, location in the chat right now, right?
Like,
Oh my god, those times.
So we know what Billy was doing on MIRC.
ASL. ASL.
Do you
I'm
guys
hanging around a
remember
bunch
like?
of
Does anyone
hackers. That's
remember
not what we were
Trillion?
saying.
Trillion? Hell yeah, I remember Trillion.
Hell
Trillion
yeah.
was
Wait, no,
the-
yeah, for sure.
Trillion's still out there, man. You can buy it right now.
You can get
Wait,
your
really?
your AIM, your ICQ, and all that into your MSN Messenger all into one.
Yeah.
You guys remember the away messages?
ICQ is still going too. You know that?
Wow.
Here's something really
Wait,
crazy.
man, I could
I
log
had
on.
an ex who would get like really drunk, and when AIM was super new, a lot of famous people were on AIM. You could just like find their screen names. He would just get drunk and like harass them. It was pretty funny.
That's amazing.
We did
that's
actually
amazing.
end up meeting Flava Flav, and had like an AIM chat with him over a few weeks. He was actually really cool.
Aiden Scott, check your Facebook DMs. Yo,
So-
we're giving away. Well, real quick, we're giving away
Go.
this controller right now. This is a courtesy of our sponsor, Sacramento Tech Exchange. This is the Akai MPK Mini. It just came out, and if you want to win it, all you need to do is follow this channel and type !raffle into the chat. Followers get 1 raffle ticket. Subscribers get 2 raffle tickets. We're going to be calling out the winner in just a minute. Go ahead. What were you saying?
I was going to say, I have a 24/7 radio station, and the funniest thing in the world is I've integrated Discord with the Twitch chat. So the only thing that doesn't work in the moment is the freaking emotes, but it runs off IRC. The whole thing is driven off old school IRC, which just
Wait,
blows my mind.
Oh wow! so you're able to consolidate the Twitch chat and Discord using
That's
IRC.
right. So the radio station itself, actually, it's like a video chat type thing. So the DJs come on, and everybody can come on and video chat with the DJs, and then I'm actually feeding the Discord video chat over to the Twitch stream, and that's just all you see on the Twitch stream for the station. And so everything is driven kind of side by side within Twitch and Discord at the same time. Really cool.
That's
Amazing.
so rad.
Some high level nerdery, my friend.
It is,
it
my
possible
friend.
for you to
It
integrate
is.
your DCC chat bot?
Yes.
Is
I
it
think
possible
so.
for you to do your DCC chat bots?
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
Everything
wow.
IRC can come over. So you could even run an IRC channel, Discord, and Twitch all alongside each other if you wanted to really ramp it up.
And it'll all just
Got to do it on FNet, baby.
Yeah, FNet all day.
FNet.
The only thing I can't figure out is emotes. The way Twitch and Discord do emotes, the command structure is different, so you can't cross-reference them yet. I'll figure it out one day. But
That makes sense. The language is a
so
little different.
cool.
Yeah.
So do I have a ticket? Because I didn't get like a Streamlabs like confirmation message.
Let
I'm
me take a
like,
look. Let me take a look.
Says you got enough gear. You don't need any more.
I see. Escape Velocity official has 2 tickets.
It exempted the librarian too. They were like, nope. Where's he gonna put it? Where's he gonna put it?
Well, hopefully
They're
it
like hang it from the ceiling.
Whenever she's not on stream, she's making music, so she's all about it.
That's awesome.
We need to be exempt in TFT as well then. That fool's got all kinds of stuff on his shelves. I saw that yesterday. It was drooling.
All right, one more time, call out to those in the chat. We're raffling off this. This is your last call. We're raffling off this MIDI controller, the Akai MPK Mini, courtesy of our sponsor, Sacramento Tech Exchange. In order to win, all you need to do is type !raffle in the chat. Type !raffle. All followers get 1 raffle ticket. All subs get 2 raffle tickets. Last call, and we're calling the winner in just a minute. All right.
Big
Shouts
up
to
the Island
TFT, by the
Junglist.
way.
Yeah, serious.
Hold tight the Island Junglist. Big up your chest.
Big up.
Shouts out to the Darth Liquid out there.
Oh, yeah. What's
Easy
up,
Darth
Darth?
Liquid. Big up, man.
Saw Ross in there. Saw the Todd.
Nero 42.
Yeah, Adagio. Go on
Your
and on and on.
moms.
Dope.
Your mom's is everywhere.
Moms.
Yeah.
Big up
Hey,
to
big ups
Moss.
to
Vision.
like binary fusion out there. My
Big up
boy.
Binary.
Clever girl.
Big up Clever Gal. Yeah.
Big up Clever Girl.
Yo,
Yeah.
I see that
Yeah.
dono badge too. That's a good look. Thank you so much.
hmm
I'm paying attention. Appreciate
Big
it.
up Cycloptimus.
Where's that BC?
Cycloptimus Prime. That one, I trip on that one every single time. But now it's just in the picture memory. Like I see that shape of something. I'm like, that's just
Cat,
Cycloptimus Prime.
Cat, can we share the amazingness of that name, or is that a trade
Oh, that's
secret?
not a trade secret. It's my wifey, and she's got a problem with one of her eyes. So basically, that was her gamer tag that we came up with was Cycloptimus Prime.
That's Gangster.
That's amazing.
Isn't that awesome?
I love it.
Isn't that awesome?
Yo, Clever Gal just threw a T1 to
Big up,
Cyclops
Clever
Prime.
Gal. Thank you.
Big up, Clever Gal.
Nice one, clever.
Pick it
gal.
up.
Ross B throwing a T1 at 4 months. Thank you so much. Aiden Scott, T1 at 1 month. Thank you so much. Everybody should follow Aiden Scott. Aiden Scott's a very talented DJ out of Philadelphia. And his repertoire includes drum and bass, amongst all kinds of other stuff. Big up the Funk Fam.
Very nice.
Yeah, big time, big time.
Yeah, the Funk Fam is awesome. And appreciate you, bro. So moving right along, let's see. What were we talking about? I already forgot. Oh, I wanted to talk about what gear everybody's rocking and what do you want? What is on your radar right now? Let's start with Catch. Catch, what's on your radar and what are you using right now in the lab?
I'm using 3 techniques, the MK3Ds, and then whatever the black one's called. Was that MK5 or something like that?
Yeah, is that the one that plus or minus 16?
Oh yeah, he plays those record things.
No. It's still only the +8, and then I've got the DJM 900 NSX2. I would just like somebody from Pioneer to come over to my house and get DVS working. That's like really what I want for Christmas. That's all I want, is to be able to play your guys' awesome tunes that you all make. Other than that, I'm gonna hopefully do a flush mount maybe, and then get new cabinets so that I can actually organize some records and order some more. But not really anything gear wise. I mean, maybe a fancy microphone so I can be cool like you guys. But other than that, I mean, that's really all I'm trying to get is the DVS. That's been like a year-long process now. So
your record shelving is already amazing. You've already got like the record store shelf thing going on, the crate thing.
Yeah, there's one new one being built too. It's going to be 3 or I think you're going to have 4. I think I'm going to have 4 running right there, and then the actual butcher block table is going to be lifted up about 6 inches, 7 inches, and then flush cut, and all the cables are going to be hidden and everything like that. And everything's on wheels. That's why you don't see anything, because like this shelf actually like rolls out of the way. So, absolutely.
Real quick before we go to the next person, it's time to pick the winner. All right, everybody pay attention to your screens. Here it comes. I think the alert should pop up. I hope it does. If it doesn't, I'll just read it. Make sure that the alert. Hopefully that works. Let's see.
Hype train. Whoop whoop.
Ew.
Oh, no alert. That's awesome. Well, I suck. Well,
no, it went in chat though. It went in chat.
Okay.
It went in chat.
DJ Skinny Steve. What up, Skinny Steve? This is where you at in the chat. Skinny Steve. Hit me up in the message with the whisper.
Watch it be a bot.
If it's a bot, that's hilarious.
Type in raffle.
Yo! Skinny Steve, you won something. Hit me up in the whisper, and I'll get all your information, and I will send you Anthrax. Just kidding.
The band.
You can send me Anthrax, the band. That'd be awesome.
We're on level 2 of a scam hype train. What up?
Where's the chicken donuts?
Shouts out to Mike Airstrike giving you a tier 1 sub to Pixel Pusher. That's a good look. No Use for Anger throwing 45 biddies. Clever Gal throwing 100 biddies. Binary Fission throwing 100 biddies. Airstrike 100 biddies. Y'all are loving the hype train. What up? Whoop. Ditch Jones 110 bits. Clever Gal gifting that T1. Man, thank you so much. Appreciate it. That's the real love. Keeps the lights on and the tacos going down.
No taco flavored keys.
Oh, no.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started.
Not the taco flavored kisses.
Okay,
oh no.
I'm saving the librarian for last because I'm looking at all that stuff in his screen, and we're gonna save.
I don't think we have long enough.
I don't think I have a long enough show for that. Ed, what is your cockpit looking like these days?
It's pretty crazy. I go between 2 different setups. Obviously, I've got 3.
Also, your DJ setup.
Oh, so my DJ setup right at the moment, I go back and forth between 2. I have 3 Denon DJ 5000s, so SC 5000s, and a Denon DJ X1800 mixer. Love the kit. That's why I got 3. If I'm not rocking this, then I'm on 2 PDX 2000s Vestax and a Native Instruments Z2 mixer with some MIDI outboard stuff attached to it. And as far as streaming stuff, holy crap, man! I got like 5 monitors staring at me, cameras fucking from everywhere, audio from everywhere. So the man like Deep has seen it. It's pretty nuts.
It's like that control center, the CIA in one of those Tom Cruise movies. It's like zero in on him.
Enhance.
Enhance, exactly. It's that. It's amazing. Like it's
got
incredible.
An anonymous 5 bomb from an anonymous gifter. Thank you so much. Big up to all those who just joined the gang. 5 more subs. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's super awesome.
You guys don't have to watch ads now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Welcome to ad-free viewing.
I know, right?
I'm well, my camera's kind of locking up. That's weird. Okay. So moving right along, Man Like Deep. What are you rocking with?
Well, this is coming from the bedroom. Sexy.
Where the magic happens.
And where the magic happens. Here's what I'm thinking. Me and the missus, we've been talking about sleeping on the floor, like getting one of those tatami mats, one of them ones going like Japanese style, better for the back. It's a boomer problem. You understand if you're over 40. Anyway, if that happens, Man Like Deep can roll up the bed, turn the whole bedroom into a sushi dragon. Go full sushi dragon.
If anybody hasn't checked out Sushi Dragon, they're missing literally the most amazing thing on Twitch. This guy puts more work into his Twitch stream, I feel, than almost anybody else. Like, it's absolutely insanity.
Nuts.
One of the things that I thank New Patch and Ed for introducing me to Twitch and helping me out. But there's something they've done that's better, which was telling me about Sushi Dragon. Because it was like from one day to another, my life changed. Straight up though, my format. I do a bit of news, a bit of this, a bit of that. It would suit if I painted the whole flipping bedroom green. Hopefully, I'd still have a wife. And if I did, I might be able to kind of like move into different areas of the room and give it, the big up for like 60 minutes. I'd love to do that. So watch this space. Pray for my marriage.
Man like Deeps, you need Resolume.
Oh man, I would like to learn that Resolume because that hooks straight up to my players and stuff, and I could do crazy things.
You do have
one day.
We just had Spiralus join us from Seattle.
Big up Seattle.
Yo, what up, man?
Easy.
What up?
Big up Seattle DMB Massive. Yo, your Tuesday night stream is legit, and I'm one of the people that catches your other streams too. I enjoy your content a lot. Like,
appreciate that.
His content varies.
Yeah, gaming stream too.
My man has skills at Mario Brothers.
Yeah, that's my shit, man.
Yeah. Yo, Mario Maker's skills are on point. He does those hard ass levels that nobody can beat.
Insane.
This dude is beating him. Like it's crazy. Like how good he is at Mario. My camera's freezing. I'm sorry, y'all. It's crazy how good he is at Mario Bros. And I didn't get a chance for you to play my levels. Did you ever play my levels? I wasn't there. I wasn't there to see it.
I did play it. I beat it real quick.
Yeah,
good,
I know
man.
you did. My shit's torn.
Well, it's like.
Yeah.
I mean, I played. That's my game, bro. That's just my game. Oh, as a joke, this is my background right now. As a joke.
That's a very. That looks very professional wrestler.
That was one of my other Zoom meetings that I had with my friends in Arizona. They was like, "Oh, I'll make a background. So I just make this." And now my homie has this as his background for work now. So it's,
you line it up just right. It looks like you have super dreads. Like if you stay right there, it looks like you got super dreads. There you go. Yeah. Absolutely. Super dreads.
There we go. Yeah.
Your superpower.
Amazing.
Along with that flow you got.
Go to the bathroom, take a bathroom break, and just look like you're disagreeing with the conference call.
Exactly.
No, that's great. He does not agree at all.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yo,
on a sub bomb.
Eroc, coming from Dallas, Texas. What are you rocking with, man? You're flying over the sky right now. What are you doing over there?
on the DJ side of things, I'm still running the S9. I have an MK2 and an MK5 1200. The MK2 is, I think it's been in like every club in Lubbock. I found it in the shed covered in dirt and restored it from the ground up. Thing's awesome, man. It's got all these old stickers on it. It's an awesome thing to have. What would I want going forward? Well, I think we'll get to the meat later, but obviously all of us are going to have to learn the 3000 at some point. So I'm just going to, we'll touch on that later. Anyways, the rest of it, I'm running a full green screen setup. You can see Billy and so many others have been so helpful in that. And I thank you guys so much for just all the questions, answering things, running ideas through you guys, and you guys running ideas back. It's just helped improve it significantly. At the moment, I'm actually running two things of OBS. So I've got a main studio machine in the corner, and then I've got a laptop that's running actually OBS in the green screen and doing all the driving of the video, so to speak, and splitting all that up. Now I'm up to 1080p, 60 frames, just super happy, man. So far, so good here. So
NDI is amazing. I love distributing the processing across NDI.
It is, man.
Yeah.
I will say, if you do that stuff and you have a wireless and an Ethernet port on a laptop like I do and I run it, dude, if you don't wire it in and disable your wireless card, you'll have some magical video delay and you won't find it till the archive, right? Thank you, man, for everything you've helped me out with, though, so far, man. That was a huge improvement doing the NDI.
Yeah, it's helped me out a lot, too. Knock, what are you rocking with, man?
I just actually switched out my rig. So I was previously using two Vestax PDX 3000s and a Pioneer S9. Now I'm rocking a pair of Reloop 8000 MK2s, and I just upgraded to the Denon X 1850. So it's my first it's my first 4-channel mixer ever. So I'm super stoked.
That's our main mixer for DJs.
Nice.
Yeah. My background, that of a turntablist, I was a little apprehensive about picking it up, but I'm also a gear junkie, so what I like to try to accomplish is live remixing. So what I'm doing is I'm running the Denon, and what I'm running into it is a Roland TR 8S, and then I'm also running I'm running everything out. Oh, actually, let me backtrack. Then I'm running a Launchpad app off of my iPad Pro, and then I'm running all of that into a Boss 505 looper. So it's definitely a science lab in here. But I mean, going back, I mean, again, we could touch on this in the meat, but I'll just say that the Denon, it's holding up with intense scratching and other just buffoonery. So I mean, we can definitely touch back on that in a little bit.
We're gonna get there.
But that's where I'm at, man.
Word up. Escape Velocity Channel coming to us from the mothership.
Yes, we are.
Phil, be right back.
We've gone at length about your setup and how crazy it is. Give us a brief rundown.
This one was pretty simple. It's two MK2s
Yep.
and Pioneer DJM S9.
I was thinking more about like how you had had to use the hotspot, and then you were doing the
the stream setup.
Yeah, because they're coming to us.
Setup.
For those that don't know, they're coming to my camera is really choppy. That's weird. For those that don't know, they're coming to us from a tour bus. They're inside of a tour bus streaming every week. And I imagine I'm so funny. Awa Voodoo, man. I tuned in the other day and it was so hot. You were rocking your shorts, bro.
Man.
Oh man, I imagine it's got to get hot in that damn bus.
The ACs are still pretty ancient, so until we upgrade those, it can get hot during the summer.
So yeah, I mean, we're in a tour bus, so we don't have a ton of space, and also, come from a turntable background, so we keep it really simple as far as this stuff is concerned, and we use Serato. So Serato and Dex kind of go hand in hand.
We have an Asus laptop running only Windows 7 with Serato, and then that is mirrored into a screen, a monitor we have right here. Then we have the Sony A7S as our main cam.
And I want to say something about the camera, actually. Yeah. Like, we've used webcams for quite some time, but then with the help of our crew, big up to the Escape Velocity crew, we were able to generate some money to get a Sony A7S. Mm-hmm. And a lot of what we do in the tour bus is a little bit darker, so having a really good low light camera is an amazing thing for anybody who's doing their streams. If you can get yourself an actual digital camera and use it, man, go for it.
It makes a huge difference.
Yeah, so it's that camera. Then we have a webcam.
Oh, massive.
Thank you guys. And we have a webcam that does an overhead shot on the mixer. And then we have another webcam that does like our chat cam. We have a Stream Deck Mini. We have an M audio mixer that we run everything through, and an HDMI capture card for the Sony.
And a little Stream Deck thing.
And then that's in here. Then when I do my channel, I have a whole other computer and setup with 2 webcams. I have a giant like tent green screen in the back. I have a photographic background, and then his studio also is now set up for streaming. So we got 3 like basically streaming computers and
my studio
cameras
is a post-production and audio engineering studio. I've done music mastering for almost 2 decades now, and one of the new live streams will actually kind of just be me doing work with people, but that studio is really kind of this new thing. It's not, I don't know, it's not like a live streaming thing, but we'll make it into one.
Right. Spiralus.
Yeah, so the whole house is just basically live stream, and we have our IRL thing now. Yeah.
Kind of 2 set up here.
But as far as like what new gear we want, you know,
I think
we're doubling
we got
up.
choppy here too.
Yeah, we're getting choppy. Hang on, I'm getting choppy myself. I don't know if we're. It shouldn't. Some of you aren't though, so it suggests that it's just different for each individual person. I think I'm having camera issues myself, and I don't really want to fix it. So you guys are stuck with Billy Robot right now.
Hey man, as long as you keep popping and locking, I'm good.
Yeah, you're right. We're good. So Spiralus, I see you down there. What are you rocking with, man? I see you got like a room lab when I'm watching you guys stream. You got like a whole.
That's actually the music producing studio where we're streaming out of. Currently over there we have a DJX and 2 700s over there right now. I'm about to buy a couple 2000 Nexuses to add to the room. Right there. We also we're using my basic like HD camera right there.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we're losing audio. That's okay. Spiralus, we're losing audio on you, brother.
Yeah, you losing audio. Hold on. And that means that it's too high. So hold on. What's option on? That's probably.
I think Twitch wants us to run the ad.
That's way better.
That's way better, right? Is that way better? Yeah.
Is it Twitch ad? Yeah.
I have a noise compression. It blocks all the background noise.
Yeah, it's starting to get in.
Bypass the compressor.
Yeah.
Bypass the compressor.
Bypass the compressor, probably. All right, we'll move over to Aiden Scott. Aiden Scott, you're coming in crystal clear, by the way, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, one second. Spiralus, we'll come back to you in just a minute. We're already pushed over to Aiden Scott, who's like.
Are we? Is my mic live? We
Yeah,
good?
you're
You hear
looking
me?
like weatherman clean over there, bro. It's like super.
I guess it's it pays to pay for the gigabit Xfinity internet. I
Yeah,
guess.
right.
I don't know.
There you go, man.
Yeah, I'm good looking camera, good looking man on camera over there. What are you rocking with on your stream, brother?
I'm a little bit jealous by some of these other setups I'm listening to because the room I'm in, obviously I'm green screened, but it's not a big room, but it's not a small room. But because I use this room for other things, my streaming section of the room is not big enough for what I want to do. Like I want to have I'm a photographer and a videographer as well on like my side hustle. So I have a Sony A7 III and I have prime lenses that go down to 1.2 aperture. So I got the low light cameras if I had the space to use them properly.
Right.
But right now, the camera that is on me right now is just a Logitech C922.
Yep.
You know, the 1080 HD camera.
Yep.
But right under it, I have an aperture light. It's one of their mini ones. It's actually the one, which one's up here? It's the one that has the actual heat sink on the back. So it's like the $150 little guy. But that's lighting my front. And then to my left and right, I have LED lights lighting the back. And then above me, I have 3 years ago when I was when I originally started streaming DJ sets, I wanted a cheap GoPro type camera that had built-in webcam functionality.
Mm-hmm.
And there was this company, I think they're a Korean company, but they're called SJ Cam. Their customer service is dog shit. Really, the products are kind of dog shit, but for the camera's purpose, the one that shoots my turntables from the top down, it was a cheap camera that had plug and play webcam functionality that GoPro doesn't have until I heard the 9 has webcam functionality, the new one that just came out.
I saw that, yeah.
But I think, but for the time, this camera was less than $100.
We just got one today.
The new GoPro?
The 9? Jealous.
Yeah,
I'm jealous too. That camera, I have a 5, 6, and a 7. I
the 9 today. We bought the 8 2 weeks ago. We're like, yo, you're within 30 days. You can just straight up return it to us for free.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Well, 7 you can use as the webcam through the RCMP.
Right.
Yeah.
You can set up like an AWS, and you can do all this other stuff to do it. But
RTP. This is a Hero 8 right here. I'm running their beta software for Hero 8. That should be out pretty soon. They're running the beta software. You can get on beta software for Hero 8 if you own one in Facebook, unfortunately, but they have a group, and it's only in there. And so far, so good. It's running really well. I'm very happy with the beta software.
Oh, that's amazing. Is there any way somebody could DM or message me the group?
Hey, I'll do it. I'll put a link in the chat right now while we're talking. That's no problem at all. Here we go.
That's how we roll here.
Speaking of streaming goodies, I know the SJ or not the SJ game, the Camlink 4Ks that were sold out everywhere. B&H got them back in stock today, and I ordered another one at regular retail price.
Not $500 or whatever the hell it was.
Exactly, I got it for $129 opposed to the markup. But they're back in stock on B&H if anybody shops B&H.
All right, that link's in chat, guys. I'll post it twice just in case.
Best Buy just read up too, so they got all the cam leak shit. You can walk into any Best Buy, or at least our local Best Buy, and just snatch one.
Yeah.
And Aiden, how far away from your wall are you? Because we had the same issue with space.
Exactly. So, my problem was twofold. For one, when I'm about, I would say 2 feet away from the wall. So like my arm's length, I can touch the camera right now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's arm's length, and it's literally Velcroed to the wall on a bracket. And when you're that close
3M tape for the win.
Exactly. When you're that close to the wall, you need a very wide camera. But if you have a wide camera and you're doing a green screen, you need a ton of green screen behind you.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
And like I have I have a GoPro that's sitting under me. That's like I have a laptop sitting in front of me, and I have a laptop to my left, and I have an iPad to my right. So I don't have any room here for cameras, but I did tuck a GoPro like kind of in front of the mixer, so that it kind of shoots my chest and like the turntables. But I can only shoot it linear, because as soon as I go to wide, even just regular wide, it shows like a little bit past my green screen, which drives me nuts. And yeah, so I need hopefully I have one of my I live, like, my girlfriend lives with me, but then we have a roommate, and the roommate lives in one of the other large rooms of this house, and eventually he'll move out, and I'm gonna turn that bedroom, which is giant, into my studio. Then I'll have the space to do what I really want to do.
Then you can go full dragon sushi. What is it? Sushi dragon.
I'll paint that whole bitch green. That whole room will be a green.
Paint it green. Perfect. Yeah.
guys look
with a really
that.
matte finished green, so that it absorbs the light instead of reflects the light.
Yep.
I'm using this is a iPhone with OBS camera, but
on that.
Right now, but for the DJ, I'm pointing to the DJ booth like you guys can see it. But for the DJ booth, it's a Canon EOS with it's the T6i with the Canon webcam utility, not the EOS capture utility, but the new one that came out. The new one that came out this year. Yeah, the webcam one.
Yeah,
still in
really
beta,
cool
but it's
they did
working. Knock on wood. And then I have ultra wide angle lens on it. It's a 10mm lens. So it goes super wide, and then, like you said, I have my entire wall up into the ceiling, and then all through the sides, and then coming back this way. It's like a
2 walls so far here
of green. The whole thing has to be green in order to get the whole thing in shot. And so, like, I've just it looks like properly. A freaking Marvel studio in my living room.
The pictures you sent have been awesome, Billy.
Word up. I mean, what I had to do.
Yeah, on my. I was gonna say, the other issue with the greens too is getting the lighting right, and
they have to be lit.
I had such a difficult time getting the lighting right. I just said screw it. And Aiden, being a photographer, you understand this. I just bought a photography background.
Yep.
Like people think maybe I have a green screen behind me, but no, I just bought a giant picture because I was so tired of dealing with the lighting and shadows on the green screen.
Yeah, the first thing I bought before I bought a nice camera was lighting. I spent $300 in really nice photography lights.
Dude, so many people don't understand the importance of a well-lit scene.
Right.
It's
huge.
It's a
huge.
science in
Big time.
itself.
Very huge.
Yeah.
I
have a
studied
nanoleaf.
the 3-point lighting theory, and I try to apply it every time with the key light,
Yep.
the fill light, and then something.
Yeah.
See how there's blue on my headphone right here, and there's blue coming across here.
Yep.
That's on purpose. That's the what do you call it? Silhouette light or whatever that's called.
Or hair light.
The hair light. Yeah,
light.
exactly.
The hair light.
Yeah. And so like it separates me from the back, and then I purposely have the background a different color than my skin. Like it's another thing to help you stand out from the shot. So yeah, for a lot of photography theory going into I have had to learn on the fly. Things like depth of field, composition, law thirds, like all that stuff.
It's always fun whenever because I do photography. A lot of people, when they first buy a camera, they'll hit me up and ask me like, how do I do this? What's this thing on my camera? And literally everybody, and if you want to learn this stuff, I'm sure some of you have heard of Peter McKinnon. Huge YouTuber, super dope, entertaining photographer, videographer. But he has 3 videos on his YouTube: Camera Basics 1, Camera Basics 2, and Camera Basics 3. And all 3 of them are just, he's very engaging, so he's not boring to watch. So he's a great wealth of like basic knowledge and advanced knowledge if you want to go there. But whenever somebody asks me about camera stuff, I send them links to those 3 videos, and that's it.
Nice one.
Post them in the chat.
Yeah, the Island
sure.
Junglist put his name in there as well. Nice one, Island.
Yeah.
I will just I'll put the link to his channel.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get to the red meat. Here it is. So,
bringing the red meat in.
all right.
I'm running.
Pioneer DJ announces new flagship hardware this year. And one of them is the CDJ 3000. And it is getting mixed reviews. And I want to know across the room what y'all think. I want to know what you think in the chat. And I want to know specifically, what do you think in comparison to the Denon DJ hardware that has been coming out in the past 12 months as well? And do you think that Denon DJ is in position in any way to take over as the industry standard at the upcoming festivals? Or do you think that Pioneer is still going to have a stronghold? Let's send it to the room. Starting, go ahead. Somebody chime in.
Okay,
I
so
got it.
being a Denon guy, I don't see them taking over, that whole scene yet. Just because everyone and anyone who plays the festivals, club circuits, and all that, the only thing they know how to play on 9 times out of 10 is a pair of CDJs. Okay, so all is Pioneer's done, and this is their game plan. This is how they roll, is with their their professional line. They sort of let it roll out as long as it can, and then they just bring something out with subtle incremental changes, right? And a little bit more functionality here and there. It's good to see that they've gone to an all-digital format inside with multiple CPUs, because if they have that, now they can kind of future-proof that player. They can send firmware updates to add features, take away features, bug fixes, the whole deal. And that's where Denon has a big stronghold, because all their stuff is digital. They don't have a big product line either, like say Pioneer, right? So they can concentrate a lot on the features that each player has and making the features better, adding effects to the mixers and fixing stuff. Like, I think Pioneer's coming up to the age where if they're doing that, they're going to stay a relevant company in that club environment, or in the festivals.
I'll say a little bit here, I guess. So the Denons, those things are, if you go look up the features and what they can do, I've got piles of SSD drives just laying around over here, right? I can put those inside of a Denon, and I won't have to carry USB sticks, nothing. The drive can have hundreds and hundreds upon whatever terabytes of storage now, right?
Yep.
And there's so much more the Denon can do. But if you ask me, what is it going to be in the club? It's probably the Pioneer, right?
Yep,
so
absolutely.
if I'm going to show up and I want to entertain to the max of my ability, I have to learn the platform, and I'm arguably forced into having to learn the Pioneer in that regard, which I don't think it's fair. And to me, honestly, being somebody who does nothing but online, I mean, I hardly play out. I'm old man. I've got a career and all the other old man stuff, right? I love doing this. I love the fact that I have these venues. And if he asked me if I had to choose, I would probably choose the Denon. But I would always think in the back of my head, well, shit, what am I going to do when I get to the club? Because I'm just going to be just slightly uncomfortable thanks to that everybody requiring having the Pioneer, right?
Do you know, I've been on the Denon for, I don't know, almost 2 years now. Before that, I was Serato with turntables. And I, bucked up and sort of learned what I need to do on for CDJs. And you know what? The transition between the Denon setup and the Pioneer setup, it's not that different, man. It's not that different. It's almost the same experience.
Well,
except you have a fancier touchscreen on the Denons, really.
Yeah. Let me throw this one out to the Librarian because I'm realizing that I totally skipped over his gear list. So this is a two-part question. Librarian, what are you rocking with over there with the freaking millions of buttons I see on my screen? And what is your stance on this new hardware that's come out in the last couple of years?
So I am software and product agnostic. I'll play on anything. If you put it in front of me, I want to know it, I want to master it, I want to deal with it. Like when the CDJs came out, I didn't jump on it initially because I just couldn't afford them. It just wasn't my bag. And turntables were still everywhere. And then somewhere around the Nexus time period, I had to learn. And so I bought this guy. It's cool.
I had one of those for a bit.
It's the XDJ.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not bad.
But it's a Mark II, so it doesn't run with Serato, which kills me. No HID mode in this thing.
That's
so
bullshit.
It's pointless for me in some regard, but it forced me to learn record box. Put that down gently. So I'm trying to sell it, but no one wants it because everyone's out of a job at the moment. But what I've got in front of me at the moment, the 900 SRT. Because it has 4 phono preamps. Eventually, this is what I'm going to do: is 4 turntables. That's my goal. And/or watch my channel. I'm going to be tearing apart an old Technics turntable and converting it into a 10-inch Rain 12. I'm hoping to raise some funds, and maybe get 2 of them to do that.
Wow.
DIY. And
nice. MacGyver over here.
I like it.
Oh no! Wow. So like 2021, A1 actually kind of put me up to it because he was like, big things are coming, right? And I was like, well, Christ, now I gotta up my game. Then I've got this guy over here. I'm an MPC junkie, but anything that all of a sudden allows me to talk to Ableton and Rekordbox natively and link up my BPM. Game on. So Pioneer drum machine down there. I've got the S9 down here at the end. It used to be my main flag. It comes back every once in a while when I want it, but when I want to put more things in, it goes over to the side, mainly runs my mic. I also have a DJM 909, the originator of the S9.
Of course you do.
The 909 was so dope.
So dope.
So here's the thing is that when I got into radio, they told me that I had to bring my own gear. And so I went sourcing for this puppy. And when I got it, it came damaged. If you go look at my blog, it was so effed up, which made me force me to buy that. It's great, but I always wanted the 909.
The 909 has that dope feature where you can assign the frequency cutoff to the up and down fader.
Yep.
And
nice.
that sounds so sick too. And I've never seen that on a mixer ever again.
No. But what I love about it also is that it had a send and return. The S9 doesn't. That's the only thing that kills me.
Because that 909 mixer was so good.
Oh yeah, but I can run my echo effects pedal into it. So it runs when I want to do like voice and have echo and yeah. You know, it's all right there.
Wow.
And I can tweak it all dub style because every once in a while I replace this and I put a full Mackie mixing board in here and do dub.
Of course, you have a giant dub knob.
Wow.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, how many dub styles do you have
His
there?
name is the Librarian.
Oh yeah.
Like, I mean,
Who doesn't have a giant dub knob? Like,
But then when I got not furloughed, when I got told I had to work from home, all these speakers came from work because I do Foley design and graphic design as well. I've got Focusrite 2i2 over here.
amazing how many of us are in multimedia. Go ahead. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then I've got the Claire Pre8 from work, you know, with another turntable just for encoding. And I think, yeah, that's it. Oh wait, I've got a Moog Mini. Theremin, sorry.
And the fat reel-to-reel in the back, just chilling.
Nice.
That's
Oh
awesome.
yeah, that actually just came from my dad gave it to me because he's having me encode all his bootlegs from the 1960s. That's gonna be a whole nother set.
Whoa.
So
wow.
So here's what's wild about them and terrifying is I'm gonna have to do it all outside because they're covered in mold, and so it's gonna have to be a whole restoration and then encoding.
Yep.
But he used to do
You better vlog that.
mixtapes. Oh no, totally. It's going to be live streamed and vlogged, but he would do mixtapes from coast to coast, and so he had a friend who worked in promotions at Universal in the 1960s, and so he would send over whatever was hot and happening in like the Midwest over to her. She would send him a track back, and it would just go back and forth. It's kind of like this crazy love letter thing, and I can't
Super
wait
dope.
to go through them. So yeah.
Amazing.
Cool.
So then it's like Stream Decks, a GoPro. I've got mild lighting. I was a photojournalist for a hot second. I had a dual degree in interactive multimedia and graphic design. And so my lighting is terrible, but it's not too bad. Yeah, I think that covers the
Outstanding.
the gist of it. But as far as Denon goes,
Yeah.
the product list on that and the feature list, below Pioneer out of the water. But I want the V10 because I want the inputs.
Now,
But I
you
don't
aware
want
that the
it.
V10, the layout is interesting? Did you look at the layout on the V10 when you're talking about the phono inputs? You might want to take a look at that. I don't have it in front of me right now, but it's not the same as the 900, and that was getting some feedback. Because to me, the way that I would use the V10 is I would have 4 channels in the middle, and then I would have my effects sends on either side. So like a delay on one side and a reverb on the other side is like a wet dry mix for either one, right? But actually the way that it works is I think one of those sides is not assignable as an effects send. So you actually have to put all of your channels on one to the left of like the first 4 and then put your effects sends to one side. It's the only way you can assign it. And that always throws me off. Whenever I'm up to, at a 900 mixer and channels 1 and 2 aren't the 2 in the middle, it always throws me off.
The numbering system threw me so hard. Like when the assignable numbering system, yeah.
Hey Billy, do you want to know what the simple answer to why clubs aren't going to buy Denons?
Yes.
Is we all know that club owners are cheap as fuck, and they've already invested. It's hard enough to get a local venue, especially to buy gear in general. Once they've invested in CDJs, like unless they're like a major club that has touring DJs all the time, they're not going to upgrade their gear until they have to.
So they absolutely have to until there's a rider that demands that they do it. And
basically,
and
I was gonna mention something about riders.
Yeah. Like if you're laid back Luke and you can demand the Denon flagship at every one of your gigs, and more power to you. But if you're showing up to a club that has an install, right now, and I think honestly going forward, it's going to be a Pioneer DJ setup. Like it's going to be a Nexus rig if they're doing it right.
Totally.
Or it's going to be, a step down from 10 years ago if they're still around. It's got, sticky beer buttons and stuff like that. We all know about those.
For sure.
Shouts out to the sticky beer buttons.
I am looking at droplets of stuff on our monitor right now. Yeah, it's rough.
The drinks will flow.
Drinks how it be.
Don't turn the keyboard upside down.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Aiden Scott. I mean, in my town, there's still some places that have 57 mixers in the booth.
Wow.
57 SLs.
There are 57 SLs, and people have to bring in a different interface in order for it to work because they're not using Scratch Live anymore.
Yep.
Of course.
There's a venue still got a 56, bro. Like,
Man.
this is crazy.
And so, like, and it's exactly to Aiden's point. They invest into a company. They know Rain. They probably, you know, or they know this hardware. They spent however much money on it, and they do not see the value in the money that immediately is considered a loss to them.
Yeah.
It's not like buying thousands of dollars in booze and having a turnaround on it.
I can tell a real quick story. I was a spring break DJ from 2012 until last year. There's a club in Dominican Republic. It's called Oro. It's inside the Hard Rock Resort in Punta Cana. I played there. This was 2012. When we walked into the club, because we were headlining the club because we were the spring break guys, the owner of the club took us to this. By the way, the DJ booth was beautiful. We had our own private bathroom. You walk back past the private bathroom for the DJs, and there's a equipment closet. And we, the DJs that were down there, like myself, we're turntable guys. I don't love playing on DJs, and we wanted turntables. He took us in this closet that, I shit you guys not, there was 2 900 Nexuses in boxes unopened. There were 4 sets of CDJ 2000 Nexuses unopened. There was 4 1200s unopened. Like they opened,
ready for the bottle to spill on that shit, dude.
They opened turntables for us that night. It was insane.
Whoa.
They stocked up. That's amazing.
That's nuts.
It was like
crazy.
when they opened the door, it was like it glowed, like it was an Indiana Jones thing.
What do you want? Candy store, right? Oh my goodness.
That's nuts.
So, regarding the new CDJ 3000s, is there anything about the design that you just absolutely detest? Anybody in the
Oh
audience?
yes.
Cue buttons.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cue buttons.
Yes. The
Cue buttons
button.
being over that thing.
Yeah.
Over that platter. And for someone that likes to play in vinyl mode when I'm playing in digital setup, that would fuck me over. I would literally, I would, you know, my hands are so big that I'd be sitting there hitting the cue. I would hit the platter, no problem.
I'm gonna hit the screen.
You know?
I'm gonna hit the fucking
touch the screen. My hair touches the screen and it stops. I mean, that's how sensitive it is. So it's like,
I definitely,
come on.
Have you tried to do a back-to-back with your hair?
Oh man, I mean, it does its best, but it stumbles along the line. I've used the Denon, the Denon SE 6000s, and just the comparison of the 2 flagship models. And what I think Denon is really aiming for is not the club market. I think Denon's market is probably more of the prosumer market, as the DJs who are at home.
Totally agreed.
Yeah, you know, who can't afford like the $6,000 setup. You can't afford a $6,000 setup. Okay, well, you can get these Denons with 2 inputs, so you can have 2 different. So you can just use one platter to play 2 songs on it at the same time.
I can see the Denon showing up in a lot of recording studios. Like, I could see it being like a tour setup for like touring DJs. That kind of stuff. I could totally see practicality for it. Mobile DJs, obviously.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hell, they even have the battery powered Denon is the greatest shit I've ever seen in my life, bro.
That's
that
just
shit
awesome.
is the most wildest shit. And
Denon
it has a 10 hour lifespan. So like that's changing the entire game. I mean, I thought that when Pioneer came out with the XZ, because I got it, the 4-channel with the big old 2 platter mixer or whatever, I thought that was like the greatest shit that they could ever come up with. But then Denon came up with that, and that just blows everything out of the water.
What I want to know, and this is something that maybe only time will tell, is will the build quality of a Denon mixer stand up in the same way that a Pioneer 900 mixer stands up?
I got something for that, actually.
Okay.
Our D&D Tuesdays mixer has been Denon for the last year and a half.
How's it holding up?
All of the DJs who came in there have played on the latest Denon mixer, and it's been phenomenal.
Excellent.
Yeah, man. The build quality on this stuff is crazy. The mixer itself's like 15 pounds or something like that. It's a
crazy.
tank.
I mean, let's
It's
be
a
real.
tank.
For in less than half a decade ago, Denon and Newmark were kind of synonymous, right?
Oh, for sure.
Right.
Like
Correct.
less than 10
Correct.
years
Yeah.
ago. So Denon stepping into the premium game is probably like a 5-year-old venture, right? And so I'm curious how these 5-year-old or 3-year-old or whatever they are flagship Denon hardware, when they were saying, no, our build quality is good, is it holding up? And also,
I'm curious about that too.
I'm also curious to hear a side by side of like a comparison of the circuitry between the Denon mixer output and the Pioneer 900 output. It gets trivial. And the Reigns too. And the Reigns too.
Yeah, and the Reign.
We've been ignoring Reign the whole time. Reign's definitely worth mentioning, obviously. I'd like to hear how they sound. Because honestly,
Reign
like,
sound amazing.
if it's Pioneer, if it's not the Nexus circuitry, their preamps kind of sound like dog shit.
Oh my god.
trash.
Yeah,
They're
absolutely.
trash.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Absolute
Just garbage.
Yeah, 100%.
The S9 sounds like
Oh
ass.
jeez.
Yeah,
Garbage.
that thing sound. Yeah.
The
100%
DDJ
garbage.
1000 has the same preamp, sounds like ass.
Garbage.
Yeah.
And if you go anything close to Redline, you are guaranteed the worst sound ever. I mean, it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it
I-
flattens
I've
out and
always
just
had to-
sounds terrible.
That's why they put that decibel switch on the back to compensate for that. That's
Right.
what that's always been there for.
The attenuator. So yeah, I'm curious to know how the Denons sound compared to the Nexus chip, and I'd like to see the Nexus chip fall into like more of Pioneer's hardware on their future releases.
Yeah.
Big up to those companies for still making like releasing products right now. It's got to be tough. Can you
Yeah.
imagine? Because obviously they didn't like come into it in January saying we're going to release this mixer. These are all like 3-year-old projects, right? They started building these at least 3 years ago, right? So they were all thinking up until March
Here's
of this year.
interesting too.
What's that? What was that? Since then I
I'm
missed
sorry,
it.
I cut you off. I'll go on. No, I cut you off. Go on.
Oh no! What I was saying is that these projects, they didn't just like Pioneer just didn't just say, you know what, we're gonna bring out a mixer. You know what I mean? They've been working on this for like the last 3 years. So up until March, they were thinking, and a lot of us same way, we're thinking that 2020 is this amazing marketing year. 2020 is going to be the year that we do something, right? We're on a breakout. We're going to have these major announcements in 2020 because 2020 is the year to fucking do it, right? And then 2020 told us otherwise.
Well, 2020 is the best year. Like controllers and decks are selling out left, right, and center because everyone wants to DJ online now.
Everyone wants to DJ online, right?
It's gonna.
Yeah,
not
man,
lying.
like,
No, he's not
exactly.
lying.
To your point,
lying.
Billy, pre-COVID or
Yeah,
post-COVID?
that's what I was gonna say. Everyone
Right?
wants to
Right.
DJ now.
And obviously
But
there
we're-
is always the
And
bright
we
side.
have friends who are international DJs. They tour all the time, and guess what? They don't have a setup.
Yeah, so
Right.
they
They're
need to buy as well.
constantly touring. They're constantly playing, and all of a sudden they're like,
That's a
"Shoot, we don't
trip.
have anything to play on." So
That's why you see on all their live streams, they're on like DJs 200s and 400s and little things like that, or
Yeah.
tractor systems, right?
Yeah.
I know a few of our artists that because we have a few shows with a couple of artists that we're hand debuting soon. If they're renting out studios themselves to go to other studios to go make the sets for us and stuff like that. So like, it's kind of crazy, you know. Like not a lot of the DJs, even some of the Primax that we would think of, don't have studios right now. You know what I
Right.
mean?
How do you practice if you don't have gear?
That's a great question.
Sometimes
A lot of
just
them
that
aren't
good.
doing much.
People don't practice.
Yeah, a lot. There you go.
How are you
Aiden, listen to what
perfecting your
Aiden Scott
sets if
just
you
said.
don't have gear?
Aiden Scott just nailed it. A lot of them aren't doing much.
A lot,
Exactly.
there's so many tour acts that aren't doing anything on stage. Like I was at an Avicii show once because my buddy was opening for him, and when Avicii came out, and this isn't a talk shit on Avicii at all. R.I.P. He once Avicii was on, he was like in his big setup thing where you can only see his head sticking out of it. You can't see what he's doing, and nobody was allowed behind him. You couldn't be behind him at all because in my head that I went right to, oh, nobody wants to see that he's not doing much up there, and yeah.
It's
That's a
smoke and
trip.
mirrors in a
Like-
lot of ways. I mean, when it comes to the big show, you know what I mean? It's a spectacle.
That's a trip.
Right.
And
Totally.
and the DJ is only part of the spectacle.
Dude, those big tour acts, I feel like the people who designed the pyrotechnics in the visual show are worth more money.
Yeah,
they're way worth more
all day
money.
long.
And
They
they're
get
all
paid
out
a
of
lot
work
money,
right now.
Actually.
Every
Actually,
single
they
one of
do
those
get a lot of
producers is
money.
out of work right now.
The DJ gets you in the door. The pyrotechnics keeps you from leaving.
Pretty much.
I mean,
Truth.
And let's be real, there's only a handful of like the big festival acts that can actually DJ, like real DJs.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a handful of them. You could really, there's probably like 5.
But you know what? It's a good point. I don't think anyone gives a shit. I think just people
don't.
want to hook up and dance.
Yeah, you know,
They don't
that's
care.
part of it, you know, and there's honestly there's something to be said about that. Creating a good time.
Right.
If you care a little bit less, you're actually going to have a lot of fun.
Right.
You know, and so I applaud anybody who's willing to not worry about that as much. But me personally, it's all I can hear. It's all I can see. If I see a DJ that's up there, there's 2 songs playing and they're just up there doing this, and it's like, okay, here comes the next song, and
Right.
you know, I mean, there's nothing to it. I at least want some witty banter, or give me something that's entertaining.
Well, see, that's why when you look at it like this, when you look at the big drum and bass DJs and stuff like that, like some of these big drum and bass DJs, you might get punched in the face if you back there because they're just going off. They're going crazy, you know, and bringing that energy and that effort to the crowd. And like,
I call it the splash zone. Him and I both have a splash zone.
Yeah, that's
Like,
real talk
and
right
we
there.
have knocked into each other so many times. I'm like, oh, sorry, I was in your splash zone.
you might get slapped in the face with my hair.
For real. Like get your hot dread to the face.
It has happened.
Whip 'em.
That's funny.
Word up, guys. We're gonna be rating in just a second. We're wrapping things up, but before we do, I need everybody who's in the Zoom right now, if you could please do me a favor and put a link to your Twitch into this chat, and make sure that everybody in the chat, please take the time to follow every single one of these people. That is super important. That's actually the most important thing.
Is anybody in this room streaming tonight? Because like as soon as I get off here, I'm doing my late night funk thing, probably till 4 a.m. Eastern.
We're going to be going into Corinne's stream. I talked to her.
That wasn't me asking for a raid. I was just asking if anybody else
Are you
here
raid?
is-
Are you raid me broing me? Are you raid me broing me?
Wait, do I gotta drop bits? Hang on, I'll drop some bits. Hang on. I'll buy this fucker.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Before we get out, I want to say one quick thing about the Pioneer rig. Why the hell is it called the CDJ?
Oh my God! I
Okay.
know, man. I know.
Yo, what's it? Did even if you guys seen Mojax's video on this?
Yeah.
And he made a good point. He was like, you didn't, because he acknowledged what they did. He said, look, the CDJ has been the CDJ and it's known as the CDJ, even though at least for the last 5 years, most of us aren't using CDs, right? And people were showing up with a USB stick and jamming for an hour and a half or whatever, that use the CDJs, right? But we've just been calling them CDJs like forever, right? And so I get that Pioneer wanted to be consistent with the brand, because if they went with their non-CD playing media player, the XDJ, that immediately sounds like their junior varsity line. That immediately sounds like their budget line, right?
And according to the Librarian, it kind of had a bad rap.
According to the Librarian, it had a bad rap. It didn't sell very well.
Okay.
So they're going off of like what's already like, you know what I mean? Now, you make a good point though, because it's not a CD. You can't put a CD in the CDJ. And Mojax made a really good point too. He says that they could have easily leveraged the NXS suffix and called it an XDJ NSX.
Yeah, why wasn't it an
bump it up
NSX?
as like setting the statement as this is a pro version of what we released before, right? That's like an Apple kind of thing to do, right?
Right.
Why is it not a Nexus 3? Why is it a CDJ 3000?
Agree.
Right. So there's a weird inconsistency in their brand, in their marketing naming structure, and honestly, Pioneer's kind of always been like that.
And in my head, because I'm not a Pioneer guy, I played on a fair amount of Nexus 2 rigs, and they're pretty good. They're not bad. But in my head, when I saw the SRT and the 1000, I was like, okay, the next Pioneer release, logically in my head, is they're going to take the layout of the 1000 and the SRT and basically cut it in 2 parts. And now that's what we're going to have. We're going to have a player style of the SRT with the buttons up front, all that, and it's going to be an own standalone unit. Like that was kind of what I saw coming. And then when I saw what they delivered, I'm like, who fell asleep? Because why didn't you just take the SRT and branch it out into 3 pieces of gear. Like, this is crazy.
It's like, bro, they took, look, they have a better, the XZ is better modeled than what the 3000 looks like, right? Like, because the XZ, even if you could just take the little part of the XZ and then put the face on the top of it, and then that would be a better looking model than what they delivered.
I thought for
It
sure
has bigger buttons.
I thought for sure they were going to put those performance pads underneath to make it consistent with the DDJ
Right.
1000.
Consistent.
I thought for
Absolutely.
sure it was going to look like the DDJ 1000.
Yeah.
And putting those, and they're the same shitty touchpad or buttons that you're like, you know, what I mean, the clicky buttons, the hard.
Smaller.
Yeah.
And they're smaller.
And they're
Yeah,
smaller.
they're smaller.
Does anyone
Yeah.
remember the Akai Remix 16?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That when I
Yeah.
saw it, that's the first thing I thought of.
Yep.
I was just like, oh man, I hate those buttons.
Yeah, those clicky buttons, they break, they're shitty, and they don't register the same way, and you can't make them velocity sensitive. It's on or off, right? So it's just like, here it is. And so, yeah, I think they definitely dropped the ball when it comes to that. In my opinion, maybe it's because they're trying to push their XP controller that is nothing but performance pads. I have one here.
Hard.
I've seen that one. It's not bad.
That one?
Trying to push
Yeah,
one
it's
of
not
these.
bad.
Oh, those are so dope.
Yeah.
Those are not bad at all.
Right.
They're
I
really
love
good,
it.
So
like,
dope.
I love
all
it.
this stuff.
Nice.
Oh, while we're
Like,
at it,
have
let's
you, if you get
shout
a
out the
club with
crews.
that,
Big up
man,
Posse, what up?
telling you, boy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Look at that.
I need to send you some
Where's
stickers.
that?
Probably that's what I need to
Yeah.
do.
Those are so dope.
I need
Those
to send you some
changed.
stickers.
Those
I'm always
changed my
accepting
game,
stickers
bro.
here.
Yeah. When I paired that up with my Denon with the 1850, that was the missing part. Like the 1850 is dope, but when I bought that to run with it, I was like, this is it straight up. Like this
Yeah.
is the game changer.
Move.
But I mean, it's interesting, man. I look at Pioneer, and I going back to Mojax, I really like his approach. He was like, "This is for working club DJs. These are for the guys who depend on reliable gear night in, night out."
It's not even for them. It's the owners of the clubs that are going to be buying
word.
the booth for them, right? It's like they're selling it to
Yeah.
venues, right? Like, yeah.
It's just a standard piece of gear that's going to work really well, and if someone drops a bottle into it, we'll be able to fix it within a day or two.
Right.
Like it's that whole Pioneer quality, and then
well, they don't want to build it too well. So we've learned about
That's true,
when it
too.
comes to consumer electronics and professional electronics. Apple has kind of led the way on this. You don't
Yeah.
want to build them too well because then they stop buying your products. It's got to have like a 3 to 5 year shelf life before you're going to either have the Jones to pick up the new one or your shit's so broken that you got to buy another one.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
obsolescence.
Yep.
I agree. That's why I feel like as much as I like the Denon, I already see it, bro. I'm giving it 3 to 5 years, and I'm already actually looking to swap an Innofader into it. Cause I'm gonna blow this fader out.
There
Like,
won't
this
be a
thing's-
Technics 1200 scenario anymore. The 22-year-old piece of DJ gear is what it is. Hang on to them, guys.
Oh,
for
You know,
sure.
in trying to find them now, I saw a set of MK12 3Ds on eBay for $1,000 the other day, and I was like, Christ, I could sell both of them. I'm not going to.
Dude, talk about resale value, right? Like my decks are at least 25 years old, and I'm certain that I could sell them for, if not the same price, more than what I paid for them 25 years ago.
Oh yeah.
Like talk about an appreciation of electronics. There's no other example of that. You can't sell an old stereo like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't. Like there's some hi-fi like nerds out there that want to buy old like Kenwood receivers or whatever, but it's not like that. You know what I mean? Not like the
sound system, and we're like, this is the last apartment that we're ever gonna have that surround system in because it's wired.
Yeah.
It's so old. We tried to sell it. It's a great sound system. It still works, but it's wires, and like everything is just so convenient, wireless, and everything Bluetooth.
There are some conversions that I've seen actually recently where they've taken some of those and switched them over to Bluetooth. So I'm trying to look into that myself to wire my entire house over Bluetooth audio with the same similar scenario. You're still using the same type of amp system. So
The only thing I wouldn't recommend with that would be if you're DJing, don't use Bluetooth for DJing because there is latency.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And so it'll throw off your timing.
The SCAR
it's
system
just
has a
like-
latency of 0.5, I think, something like that.
Oh yeah, that's and then I think they have. Is that the Scar Pro or?
Yeah, it's the
yeah,
SCAR
okay,
Pro.
yeah.
I just started looking into that because I actually have the same problem with the surround sound, where I'm just like, I want to go wireless, but I've got all this old gear. How can I not?
Well, what about Bluetooth 5? I've heard Bluetooth 5 is pretty good on the really good on the latency now.
I've been hearing about that. I have been hearing about that.
Really good. Like, you know.
All right, we're gonna rate Corinne. We got to send Corinne a letter. Let's see here. Okay, so everybody needs to contribute a sentence. For those of you who don't know, Corinne is super talented. She can amazing DJ. She's a beautiful singer. She's got an incredible talent. She's got a great personality. She's smart, and she's picked up the streaming thing like really quick. This awesome individual. So we need to write Corinne a raid letter. So dear Corinne,
she brings it. That I will say.
How are you?
Is this what I got 2 weeks ago?
Yes, you did. You did. I love the raid letter, dude. So what we do is we write a raid letter, and then I'm gonna paste it into the chat, and everybody copies the letter and pastes it into Corinne's chat when we raid in. So we need everybody to help out contribute. So Corinne, how are you? Hi, how are you? I hope
I might steal this idea for all my raids from now on.
Great stream, isn't it fun?
It's the best.
I always forget to post it.
Yeah.
It just adds that little bit extra touch of community.
Right.
I think.
Right.
You are an amazing talent.
We were talking about this. There's no greater single piece of coding ever written into a video-based program bigger than the raid functionality.
Dude, it's insane.
Agreed.
It's the greatest shit ever invented.
So huge.
As far as like this type of space.
It's one of the biggest reasons that I don't fuck with Mixcloud right now.
Right?
Exactly.
You can't share your communities. I need to be able to share my community with somebody else's so they can hear somebody else dope that I think is dope too. And the raid functionality solves all of that, baby. So it's like great.
Dear Corinne, hi, how are you? I hope you're having a great stream. We at 916 think you are an amazing talent, and we are happy to join in on your wonderful channel. Love, 916 Junglist family.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
Send it.
Speaking of community and family, big ups on the shirt, but thank you so much.
Yeah, the SenseNet shirt.
You know it. This shirt is awesome.
And by the way,
everybody snag a SenseNet shirt. They're great.
Hey, everybody. Billy.
Hey, copy that.
Billy Lane, Cash 22, Librarian, DJ Nocturnal, Man Like Deeps. Ed, I want to say hi to all of you guys, man. Seriously, Aiden, Spiralus.
Hello.
Hey, big up for all of you and for all of us and what we're Twitch, man. This is the next stage, and I think it's awesome that everybody's so damn into it. So, big up, man.
I am 100% on board. Big up to yourself, man. This is super dope. You were one of the first channels I stumbled onto when I found this crazy world, and I'm so glad I
spinning them
did.
credits like mad, making him do the bong rips.
Damn, baby.
Watching his eyes light up as I just spin him and spin him and spin him.
It's in there. In there.
Dude, I used to lurk Escape Velocity hardcore for months, man. So this is actually really fucking dope to be in the same chat with you guys.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Yo,
awesome.
real quick,
Thank you
y'all,
guys so much.
make sure you copy that message right now. This is your last chance. We're going to be rating in just a minute. I'm going to paste it one more time.
Thanks to everybody who followed my channel. Thanks to everything today. Thanks to Billy for putting this up as always. Appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, man.
Yo, thank you, all of you. I appreciate everybody. If I missed a call out in the chat, I'm really sorry. I'm going to look over it later and try to get back to you. Thank you so much. It was not on purpose. Amazing welcome back stream. You guys are all awesome. Let's do
Billy.
this more and more and more and more and more. I love it. Let's keep building, y'all.
Nice one, Billy. Nice
Keep
one.
smiling. Thank you so
rating
much,
out,
everyone.
Peace.
Peace.
Let's go.
All right, paste. Let's
paste it.
Paste.
Hopefully she reads. See, the rule is you have to read it.
This listener count's gonna go crazy here in a second too. The chat room is amazing already.
I just realized
blow the chat up. Just blow the damn thing up.
This is crazy.
Just blow it up.
This is brilliant.
She's gonna look up and go, "What the?
What the
There it is. There it is. There it is.
Oh, this is so good.
Performance of a lifetime.
Dude, Billy, 2 weeks ago when you guys rated me, I literally thought there were bots. I thought it was bots.
It's the best.
So I just cut on. I'm late to the game, so this is what you did to me as well. I had no idea what the fuck was going on.
Yeah.
It's so amazing.
That's what we do, man. I'm stop.